files! Free files!
There's a body.
Spy low and highland and sky, there's a danger that fills the air. Though most people are unaware of the traps waiting to ensnare wanderers of the occult. On the chase of the case, every question we tear apart. We've got mystery in the heart. Our heads, they are filled with smarts in pursuit of the results in light that is shared by the stars each night. They explain how they're playing such a game to remain undetained and away from sight. It just might, for at the end of the day, it's up to us three. And together we'll venture until we have solved the mystery. And together we'll venture until we have solved the mystery. And together we'll venture until we have solved the mystery.
Last time on Okulta, mysteries happen and they join the mystery cult. Great intro.
A good intro, 10 out of 10.
Anyways, we open up on a misty lake with a beautiful woman in a white silk dress, long hair, tall, was standing there. As Lou looks up and sees her, just staring there near the water, she almost shines just as bright as the water itself. Hello, she says.
Oh. Hello.
It's just Lou in the scene.
Oh, hello, ma'am. Do you need more proper dress for this weather?
I must require your assistance. It's very important. She reaches out her hand, but then Lou all of a sudden wakes up in bed, in the room he's staying at in the inn.
Gang, I just had a premonition.
Are we all in the same room?
Are we in the same room?
No, Lou is just talking to himself.
We're all in the same bed.
Listen, okay? You guys are chilling.
Like, Lou just kind of walks out of the room. And he's like, where are my friends? I need to tell them what happened. And somehow,
there are like 20 rooms,
Scuba,
you know?
Scuba, I have an announcement. Where is that dog? The man?
Scooby-Doo!
Scoobit, I have had a premonition. A lady in a white dress needs our assistance.
Elsa?
I don't know who Elsa is, but I suppose.
Let it go. I don't care. Let it go. Let it go. Let
I'm
it go.
very confused, Scoobit. Anyway, let's find. Excuse me, my brain just kind of flatlined there for a second.
Everyone always forgets her name. It's Orchid. Her name is Orchid.
We need to find Orchid and tell her about the premonition. I just.
Okay.
Elsa Elsa needs our help to solve a mystery.
A mystery?
A mystery? What was that noise? What came out of you? Was that the demons?
You know, Shaggy always said that it was a howl, but the vet said it was some otherworldly being named Satan.
Okay then. Orchid. We must assail Orchid. So, Lou is going to go find Orchid's room, and he's going to knock politely 5 times.
Knock, knock, Orchid. Knock, knock, Orchid. Knock, Orchid.
The king's boy.
Not Orchid.
Okay. What? One
Scooby's gonna start like bouncing around and doing like that thing where dogs like hop on a person, except it's the door, and he's like scratching. You can hear like his long ass claws kind of rubbing against it. Mystery, mystery, mystery.
All right. I'm here. I open the door, very drowsy.
Orchid very drowsily lets Lou in, who maintains the gremlin pose, but is like, Orchid, I have had a premonition during my sleep. A lady in a white dress has contacted us.
Elsa's in need of us.
Is her name Elsa, or is he talking about something else? I wouldn't be sure.
He's talking about something
Elsa
else.
needs us.
Oh.
So you've had a premonition of a lady in a white dress that Scoobert has identified as Elsa.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, but I'm assuming it's some sort of otherworldly reference. Scoobert does that a lot.
Yes, I mean,
So you didn't
I'm not surprised, actually.
whispered
We heard the
it
sounds
to
that
me.
come from his body.
Yes, I have heard the noises.
All right. Well, we can always check in with Greg about this. Or did the woman give any hints as to her location?
She did not give any hints, but she tried to hand me something.
She tried to give you a hand job?
What? No. Did you try to? I'm half asleep, Scuba. Even I hear better than you, and you have dog ears.
This
Anyway,
is the mystery of Elsa.
I would never accept a favor from a woman like that, especially in my sleep. I do have standards.
I don't.
Well, there is no viable response to that. So
Scooby Dooby Doo me.
I Scooby Dooby don't want to think about it. Okay, so in that, all right. Give me a moment to get ready for the day, to get properly dressed and everything, and I will join you in the main room, and we can either message Greg or discuss this further.
Just now, you get a little notification that Greg is summoning you on your sigils.
Oh, this thing.
Alas, it is time.
This thing glows.
To solve a mystery. We must go, lads. And Lou just kind of bumps the sigil.
Do we have to write this? Oh.
He's going whether you're ready or not.
I guess Lou teleports. immediately to the mystery.
Lord, Lewis.
Scooby is running so fast. His like, you know how if you guys ever had clumsy dogs, they have bad coordination, and you see them trying to get through a door, and they're smacking their sides against the door because they're just like wildly running, and like half of their body's like a rag doll. That's what Scooby's doing. He's just smacking against anything that's in the way.
I think Scooby forgot the sigil could teleport him straight into the guild. I think Scooby forgot that.
He's an excited puppy. Well, I say puppy. He's an old ass man.
He's
But
old. He's old. He needs that fountain of youth.
Would you
yeah,
like?
it's
Would you like me to press your sigil for you, Scoobert?
he's fucking gone.
Oh, okay. Well, never
They
mind.
have left Orchid.
All right. Orchid drowsily goes over to goes over to the closet that is off screen right now. And works out an outfit to get chained into. Realizes that she only has one outfit that she came with, and so she picks that one, obviously. And as quickly as she can possibly get ready, she does so, and then presses the sigil at the back of her hand, Omnitrix style, and also teleports to the headquarters.
Greg is sitting there. Hello. Welcome to your first mission. I hope Rose has been treating you well at the inn.
We actually
Yes, of
haven't
course.
spoken to
Our
her
rooms
yet.
are lovely.
Well, properly.
Oh.
We haven't spoken to her majorly yet, I should say.
Ah, I see. Well, hopefully you get to talk with her more soon. But yes, your first mission today is in relation to a cat brothel. You see, there's been a issue. A bunch of the cats who work at the let me read my notes here.
Just a reminder, Aiden, you have P&Gs for the NPCs.
Not a him. I don't have one.
You don't have one of. Oh, okay, all right. Well,
I have limited ones. Okay, Greg, could it be me for now?
Chat pretend that Aiden is Greg.
Aiden is Greg. Okay,
the 106-year-old man inside the body of a 60-year-old that
Scooby
runs and smokes cigars. And that's all we know.
Scooby's gonna look at Greg after he mentions the cat brothels. And says, "Are they paying a good wage?"
I don't know.
That's not exactly his department to know, is it?
Workers' rights are very important.
I don't work at the cat brothel. I'm not involved in that. I just got contacted from the owner and some of the concerned citizens.
We'll have to ask them that question, Scoobert. But you know,
I don't know.
You often complain that people talk about you when you're in the room. I know they're not in the room currently, but that question is best placed directly in front of them, I would think.
Anyways, the Kitty Meow brothel has been missing a bunch of cat girls, and it's important that you find them. They're at risk of going under, and that would be awful. Mostly for the people really into cats. I don't really participate in the brothel shenanigans.
And also for the cats themselves, I imagine.
Well, yeah, but if they're also been murdered, that's also a very pressing concern for them.
Very well.
Scooby's
I
gonna
guess
look
you
at
could
the.
say this mission is going to be the cat's meow.
Scooby's gonna look at his.
That's got my tongue
his
on puns though for this.
Scooby's gonna look at his two pals over here and say, "If they're mistreated, do I get to bite off the balls?"
Of the cats?
No, probably not. Whoever's harmed them.
Like, I am surprised that is the first line of thought you come to, Scoobert.
I'm just saying, I cannot protect you from legal trouble. If you do that, you may potentially go to jail. I cannot protect you from that.
Yes,
I hope you know.
my understanding is that is that we don't exactly have any any powers to arrest people. We can merely unmask the nefarious individuals behind such matters. We would have to report to the authorities or work directly with them in order to make an arrest.
The only thing I like more than sex is the workers who provide it.
That's great. That's great. But like, please do not get arrested. I literally just hired you guys.
This is
Kubit,
true.
I
We are the only recruits in
understand you
5 years.
are enthusiastic about this mystery, but I don't think I am too comfortable with it.
It is
Your
rather.
fellow
I
says
don't-
there, do you think Spider-Man took her?
Who is Spider-Man? Is there a Spider-Man
It-
roaming these parts?
Is it like a Arachne man? I mean, I don't know if there are any man spiders around here. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen any. I mean, maybe in like spider caverns, but I mean,
Come to think
I
of
don't
it,
really go there because of arachnophobia. for
Come to
obvious
think of it,
reasons.
I did actually hear tales of a druid that came from a neighboring village to the forest from which I hail, and who apparently was attempting to wild shift far too early and ended up permanently stuck in a half fixture, essentially, half man and half spider. Could this possibly
Oh.
be who you're referring to?
Can we not talk about that right now?
I believe his name was Parker Peterson.
Oh. Hmm.
What a unfortunate turn of events.
But I have programmed you in your sigils a way to teleport teleport to Cat Scratch Alley of where the brothel is located. I
Oh,
want
can
you to
program this thing
investigate the
teleport to
missing.
other locations.
Yeah. Mostly because it's like a day trip by horse and time.
I suppose we don't really have horses. That's a
Well-
fair point.
That, and we do wish to maximize the amount of time we're on this case as possible. If people are missing, time is of the essence.
Exactly. So I programmed your sigils to teleport you there. So just tap your sigils when ready. That's all I really got information on the case wise. The inn owner, well, the brothel owner in general was just really concerned. Oh, also, you do all have the 5 gold. You have 5 gold on you all, just so you know.
I
Just little
actually have
pocket change,
15
just in case.
I actually have
Oh,
15 gold.
Oh.
I came with 10 and I found 5 yesterday. Are you saying that that you're now giving us a budget of 5 gold extra
Yes.
on top of that?
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
Blue
That's
is
what I'm
just
saying.
rifling through his pockets and he finds 11 gold.
Oh.
And then he just hands it to Orchid and he's like, "Oh, how mysterious. I appear to have left my gold at home.
So yeah,
Here,
Scooby now has
everybody
18
gets
pieces.
I'm
5
afraid I
gold.
can't go into the brothel."
Orchid looks at him as if like, please don't make
I'm
me
not
helpless."
giving you money for the brothel. I'm giving you money for food.
Guys,
On
I'm
the trip.
so
God.
I'm-
Orchid's stomach
I'm s-
growls. Come to think of it, we haven't had breakfast yet. We did literally just.
It was
I was
money
woke-
for
I barely had time to
food.
get
Why are you
changed.
thinking it's for the brothel? I'm not giving you money. I mean, you can spend it on the brothel. I guess I won't stop you, but also.
I meant because I am very uncomfortable with the idea of investigating a brothel.
Well,
I find such places to be rather uncouth.
Well, the cat girls need you. Okay, so good luck with your mission.
Uncouth as it may be, these are seemingly lives that are in danger, no matter how they choose to live them. Surely that is worth something.
I suppose. I just am not too comfortable with the idea.
Well, we can keep your engagement with them to a minimum. Scoobert and I can ask all the question. I look at Scooby. I can ask all of the questions. I think that might be the best course of action.
Scooby's gonna ask
What
them if they have a
have I ever done
boyfriend.
wrong?
Well, I'm just remembering the conversation I halfway came into with you and Paul yesterday, and that seemed to be going south faster than our sigils could probably get us there.
Speaking of,
Scooby's gonna turn to fucking Lou deadpan slowly. Are you asexual or just misogynistic?
No, I'm not asexual or misogynistic. I
would have thought misogynists.
What do you have against the sex workers?
I would have thought misogynists would frequent the places more than non. Okay, sure.
I did go to higher education, and there was a incident at a brothel. I do not wish to address that right now. Can we go to the? Can we go?
Yes,
I mean, to get
me.
Yes, absolutely.
mean-
Orchid hands Lou his gold back and takes the 5 from Greg. Trying to do
Everyone
the
gets
right
5
thing.
extra gold.
I'm so glad that Scoobert is a Great Dane, because this fucking dog is carrying 97 pounds. I'm looking at the inventory. This dog is carrying more than most.
I don't think we haven't
But
told Ada what
you-
encumbrance is yet, and I don't intend to right now. So let's let's
yes.
subject.
Anyways,
But do you need me to carry some of your gear? You seem a little overstretched.
No, thank you. I'm old, but not too weak.
My legs are turning into Scooby Dooby Goo.
So Lou just takes the 5 gold they were given for meals.
Bon Scoobert has old man strength.
Old man
oh,
strength.
Uncle Ben's strength?
Yeah.
That old man can carry a lot of stuff.
Yep.
It is okay, Orchid. When it comes to meals, I do have some rations on me. If worse comes to worse and we can't find a good place to eat, we could always just dig into my stash.
Actually, come to think of it, I also have I also have a day's worth of rations. I forgot completely. Which reminds me,
Anyways,
I left my backpack in the hotel, in the inn. Be right back. She teleports away and then 5 seconds later returns. Okay, all sorted.
I have slept in my clothes from yesterday. I want to be ready for any adventure that crosses my path.
I may do the same from now on account of what happened today.
God. Well, enjoy your mission, and find this cat girl's place.
Very well.
Absolutely.
Or find their corpses and find their murderer. I
Very
don't
well.
know.
How does this work? Do we just have to imagine the place and then tap the sigil and then she disappears?
Yes, there she
do-
goes.
do-
Scoobert, do you need any help with your sigil?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can imagine a brothel.
Well, not just any brothel. It's specifically the cat.
And then he disappears.
The kitty meow brothel. Oh god. Well, team may have teleported to a random brothel. It's fine.
So my
I
orchid
would not
actually.
be
She's never been to
surprised.
that place before.
God.
We all just got splintered across the world to different brothels.
But I assure you, we will go and we will find the cat girls as soon as possible.
Good. Good luck.
You do the same. Have a good day. And Lou just Lou just touches the sigil. The teleport.
Yes. And Lou is gone. Now,
On, I have
you
to say
all end up teleporting into the Cat Scratch Alley.
Oh, is that where we all teleport to? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so we actually did end up in the same location. Good.
Now there are a handful of cat boy and cat girls walking around, and a few older rich men who aren't cats.
Lou looks at the cat boys specifically and just blushes and tries to ignore it.
I don't believe we're there yet. This is merely the exterior. I believe this is just their community that they live in.
Yes, of course.
Now there's a sign nearby saying the Kitty Go Meow brothel with an arrow pointing arrow pointing towards it. Catnip Club, Catnap Inn, Cat Bath and Beyond, and the Ball of Yarn. Where will you go first?
But I believe we need to report to our mission. All these other places are tempting entertainment places, but I see no reason why we should. Her stomach growls again. Maybe we should stop
find
for food.
food. Yeah, perhaps we should find food. How much do I need to what do I need to roll in perception to pick out which one of these places is a restaurant?
15.
15?
Yes.
Okay, let me roll my... Going to roll my passive investigation. I'm going to roll investigation check. Investigation.
You see a building, and you think there's food in it.
Seeing the look of
Do you see-
confusion on Lou's face, Orchid comes up. Orchid thinks of the much more obvious solution to this problem and turns around to the nearest person walking by. Excuse me. Could you be a dear and point us to the nearest this restaurant, please?
Well, a cat boy named Daniel you're talking to goes, well, there isn't anything really around here. I mean, well, a lot of people get their food either from the restaurant in the Catnap Inn or get the bar food at the Catnip Club.
Oh, we were just in and in today. We couldn't have waited. All right, thank you very much. We will make.
I
our
mean,
way
you can always
there.
drink the bath water in the Cat Bath and Beyond. I don't recommend it. My cousin died of dysentery because of that.
Yes, I imagine. Why would we drink bath water? Is that a common practice here?
Sometimes the cat gets thirsty, okay?
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
The cat boy walks off.
I was not expecting the end of that conversation, but the beginning was useful.
I'm more confused than I was before.
As am I, but it seems like the Catnap Inn is our best place to sit down and have a meal, unless you want to snack on our rations. But you know, we could always take a little bit more time, I guess, to assimilate what is going on. Come up with a plan of action. Orchid is very clearly stalling for time to make sure that Lou can settle in.
I'm beginning to think this town has a problem.
Well, they have no good
Did you
restaurants,
think
but
that,
aside from that,
Scoobit?
What, Lou?
What would make you think that, Scoobit?
Well, for starters, the fact that the only food here is is at an inn, which would indicate a home crisis, and the bar, which would indicate an alcoholism crisis.
Most possibly related to the home crisis. I imagine the two correlate in some manner. Well, there we go. We're already investigating. We're already learning things. See? What a team we
Let-
make, after all.
Go to the inn.
I
Yes,
think
please.
all the socio-cultural enigmas of this town might be very depressing to solve the riddles to.
Well, depressing or not, it is what we've been assigned to do, and therefore what we must do.
Like,
Okay.
Lou was now fully acclimated to his surroundings, just kind of silently makes his way to the inn.
All right. As Jacob finds a background for this unexpected location.
I told you there's an inn.
I know, but you told me there was an inn that we were already at before. You didn't, like...
Yeah, I mean, if you came into
I
it,
had
you could
to
always
find a
just
different
reuse
inn
the
for
inn.
continuity reasons.
You know.
Unless all the inns are built identically in Okulta. Okay, I have something. Don't worry. Give me a second.
By the
Alright.
way, I'd like to mention that I have an in real life notepad to write down everything the NPCs say for the investigation.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
don't, but that is good practice. I usually, if I'm like actually the one trying to solve something, I'll usually have a doc open so I can like keep track of all the evidence points.
I have likely the equivalent of several pages worth of notes from last session alone, just on like the
Like-
sheer insanity that occurred.
Lou looks at Orchid while they're walking to the inn, and he's like, "What way do you think we should go about solving this mystery?"
Well,
Do you-
as uncomfortable as it may be, I do believe that the best place to start, is quite often the scene of the crime, and any of the witnesses, people who would know, would know the victims in question that have gone missing thus far. In lieu of a list of their regular clients, which I assume they might be able to provide us, but maybe for confidentiality purposes that might be impossible. It would have to be the workers themselves that we spend most of our time conversing with to begin, and then once we have a lead, work our way from there.
That is very pregnant of you.
Thank you very much, and I assure you, she puts her hand on Lou's shoulder. I assure you, if there were another way that I could think of, I would suggest it. But for now, this is it.
Interrogate witness and cross-examine references. That is the best we can do for the moment.
Indeed. Oh, look, there's the inn right now.
That's very pregnant of you. Everyone in chat!
It's very pregnant of you.
I said that's very pregnant of you. God.
No, I like pregnant. It's
I
very
assure
pregnant
you,
of you.
I assure you, Bon, my stomach is most empty right now. I require nourishment. Oh, look, there's the inn. Segway.
Like, so yeah, as everyone makes it to the inn, what do we see?
It's a nice building with a little reception desk. There's a lady who looks like she's just has writing on a notepad, and in the corner of the thing, you see like a little mini restaurant with a girl with black and red hair sitting down at like a bar type chair, eating some chicken fingers.
Like, Lou just
Also, I do
saddles
have a
up-
model for this, by the way,
I
Jacob.
see. I put it on the screen. Don't worry.
I
She's super cute.
started a
know
big
what?
evidence board, by the way, so.
Yes,
Ooh.
good. Like, Lou just saddles up to the reception desk and says, "Yes, we are here to acquire your finest foodstuffs, madam."
Okay. That's the character on screen is not the character at the receptionist, by the way. Just a little
No,
heads up.
she's the one eating the chicken fingers.
Eating.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm,
Just go over there.
I'm talking to the receptionist. Am I
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. This is the receptionist.
While
All
Lou is
right.
talking, Orchid eyeballs like the chicken fingers hungrily.
By the way, I
Scooby-
have rolled a charisma check and I got a 15.
Hell yeah. Scooby
Oh.
has his nose to the ground and is doing the classic dog thing, in which case he is sniffing his way slowly to the chicken fingers.
Well, we have chicken fingers in our little restaurant area. We also have spaghetti and a bunch of other healthy stuff like salad. Chicken fingers aren't healthy for the most part. They're pretty deep fried.
I didn't believe that chickens
You
had
know.
fingers. I thought these had wings. Wings. Yeah.
Wings.
Sorry, I don't know what came
Wings.
over.
Wait,
Wings.
are you a broken
Wings.
record?
I'm sorry.
Are
I
you guys
don't-
okay?
I don't know what came over me. I tried to wild shift into a bird one time, and that was the result. So they told me to just think of what birds had, and that I was so young at the time that's all I came up with.
You developed the tick for saying wings, apparently? Oh.
Shall we get seated and order a meal from the bartender? Like he grabs Scoobit by the collar before he could approach the lady's chicken fingers.
You grab
And just
one
tries
when
to
you
pull
grab
her
him.
over.
When you grab him, he is right there at the table, his mouth wide open and about to go, and you swipe him away just in time.
His mouth closes down with that Hanna-Barbera stuff, the like that sound effect.
Oh yeah, no, I'm picturing like cartoonishly wide.
I rolled sleight of hand and I got an 18.
Cora looks up hearing the noise.
Hearing the noise and not the dog about to steal her, like,
well,
Not
you
the
know,
dog.
and not the dog breathing down her neck about to swipe all of her chicken fingers.
well, you know, she wasn't being very observant. She goes, hi.
Don't
Are you,
mind him.
He's
He's a
licking his
talking.
lips.
Don't mind him. He's just hungry. We haven't eaten today. Now let's go eat some food.
Right,
I
You
was
know-
trying.
you know, maybe don't steal other people's food. You know, adventuring takes a lot out of you.
Both of these things are true. Adventuring is
Yes,
indeed
we are
very
very
taxing,
sure.
and stealing food is very frowned upon. She's still eyeing the chicken fingers,
Okay.
like very obviously, like
Lou-
her fingers
Lou
are
just-
twitching.
Lou just snaps his fingers and points to an empty table and just starts dragging Scoobit over. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Nah, you're good.
Actually, I'm asking BB.
Oh, sorry. Repeat that.
Lou wants to take Scoobit to the empty table, dragging him. How much do I need to roll for? What do I need to roll for that? Strength.
Do you tell Scooby what you're doing?
No.
Okay, well then, yeah, you're gonna have to. Animal handling would make the most sense.
Animal handling.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes the most logical sense. Oh, that's not
5.
good.
Bon says,
Not
I
good
imagine
at
his
all.
eyes are delayed to be yoinked off screen Hanna-Barbera style.
Come on, Scoobit. Let's go to the table. What was that ungodly noise?
Scooby Doo.
I think you are possessed by Satan. Either that or you are a fey creature. I don't know which is worse. Anyway, let's
I
go
want-
sit, guys, in order.
I want chicken fingers, and he stomps his paws like a little child.
Yes, we can get chicken fingers when we have our own table over here. Away from
Right.
the lady and her well-earned meal.
Yes.
own chair?
Yes, you do get your own chair, Scoobit.
Okay.
Madam, I do apologize for what has transpired just now. We shall get out of your way. You know something? Fey creatures aren't always that bad. I do remember that a friend of mine back in the day had some interactions with a couple of fey creatures. I believe her name was... Her name... Hmm? Oh, that's
That is the problem of interacting with the Fae. Anyway, now that everyone is at the table, what does the menu look like?
There's the chicken fingers. I'm saying this in a Brooklyn accent. There's chicken fingers,
Hey
crab,
everybody, it's me, Joey. I'm gonna be your waiter for today.
crab, and finally spaghetti.
A single what's that? A crab. I can use a crab singular.
They could only get one, the
That's
rest
cool.
ran away.
Scooby right now, as you're reading this, is trying to, because remember, still a dog, actively trying to climb onto his chair and failing
Like-
miserably. At some point, because he realized, oh wait, I'm a Great Dane and I'm giant, he decides to put his paws on the table and he tries to use it. He tries clawing his way up, to still no avail. He's really struggling here.
Lou
There
is
there
going
also
to
is
help
one-
Scooby.
There is also one dessert on there, which is called Super Chocolate Breakdown, which is chocolate ice cream with brownie bits, with chocolate syrup, with hot fudge.
A reminder
Ooh,
to the chat that we were
boy.
in medieval times.
But you cannot have it.
Fudge, 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 fudge.
Let us order
Scuba,
something
Dog-
for actual breakfast first. I believe I was
Yes,
promised
and
something that's not on here, so...
Scoobit is a dog. He cannot have chocolate.
Oh, that's... I see. I thought he was talking about just the ice cream. No, that's true, yes. All right, well, okay. Let us order something else first. Then we shall discuss this and hopefully forget about it. But
Like, Lou
the
is
cook
just
slash
looking-
bartender slash restaurant owner comes over. Mademoiselle, what would you like today? Bonjour.
Fuck did you
like,
just say?
oh, Lou is just looking down at the depressing menu, and he's like, you know what? I'll pass.
What's wrong with the menu?
well,
Is something wrong?
your receptionist said there would be salad on here, and there appears not to be.
Oh yeah, we ran out of the lettuce. The lettuce is out.
Your salad consisted entirely of lettuce, 100%. That is not a salad. A salad is a mixture of ingredients.
Oui? It was just lettuce that we call a salad.
Okay, I would just call that
Let
lettuce.
us
but
not-
okay.
Let us not mention it.
I guess instead
Do you
of
have a sandwich?
No, but we have the spaghetti, as you say.
I
Oui.
I would like one of everything and extra chicken fingers.
So 2 chicken fingers. One's chocolate surprise.
I'm sorry,
Singular
is one...
chicken
Wait,
finger
okay, two things...
Nice.
Okay, two things actually. First, sorry, good sir. First of all, take off the chocolate surprise. He can't have it. Secondly,
Like,
are you
like that-
insinuating from the extra chicken fingers being 2 that a singular serving of chicken fingers consists of 1 finger?
No, I meant 1 serving. Oui,
The
I meant.
finger.
I meant like 2 servings of chicken fingers. 1 chocolate surprise, 1 spaghetti,
No,
and
not the
1...
chocolate surprise. Not the chocolate.
Chocolate surprise.
No, Scoobit cannot have the chocolate surprise.
If you ingest that, you shall enjoy a chocolate surprise of your own. I do not recommend it.
What's else on the menu? Oui, I kind of forget.
Well,
Oh.
as much as the spaghetti does intrigue me, however, I'm also curious about this singular crab that is on here.
And just out of curiosity, how much is this spaghetti? How much is the spaghetti? Is it just one spaghetti and one meatball, or
It's a serving of spaghetti.
what is a serving?
A standard serving, I expect, Scoobert.
Yes.
I look around to see if there are any other like diners that currently enjoying the spaghetti to get an idea.
There isn't.
Oh,
Like
does
us and the lady with the
menu have any
chicken fingers.
pictures?
It's
No.
just us and the lady with the chicken fingers in here.
So I'm just gonna add a food. So I'm just gonna add a food shortage to socioeconomic issues. Wait, just-
They have no crops. They ran out of lettuce. Their lands are barren. They can't grow anything else. Truly, they're undergoing hard times.
Hard times doesn't even cut it. I'm realizing.
We having a tiny bit of a famine.
Wait,
Anyways, we were having a tiny bit of a famine.
Lou just looks at the waiter and says
Oh.
simply, "Can I have a glass of water?"
Our water supply has been poisoned.
I will. What?
What?
I was
We
about
we
to also say, now
we
that you've
we
mentioned the word poison, I am concerned. I have not yet prepared a second potion of poison resistance. I gave the last one to Lou and he downed the whole thing yesterday.
I can only serve you soda, which is not poisoned.
I'm not sure
So
whether to take your word on that matter now.
So you do have carbonated beverages, yes? Do you have any vegan options?
The spaghetti, I assume.
Spaghetti is vegan. We
No,
will
I mean,
not use the meatballs. Although the meatballs are made out of dogs, so you may not want to eat the meatballs.
No.
I will be passing on food and drink entirely. Lou just reaches into his bag and takes out one of his rations.
We do not eat rations in here. We will call security and they will mutter you.
Okay,
Lou
look, if we order something, I'll be allowed to stay. If we order something, I'll be allowed to stay.
Lou
Yes.
stands up and heads outside, leaving Scoobit and Orchid to their delightful meals. He's going to peacefully eat his rations in the alleyway, like a peasant.
What's crazy is you're probably not even the only one doing it.
No, he's gonna get jumped by the other peasants that are starving for meals. He's gonna get mauled by cats.
This is what fucking grim dystopia did we walk into this episode?
Oh my god. Okay, anyways, what would you like, madam? Your dog here is having everything, including the chocolate, weirdly.
I guess he shall enjoy the singular crab. In which case, I would like one of your non-poisoned carbonated beverages, as well as a regular serving of spaghetti, if you please.
All right, that will be 5 gold each.
No wonder the food supply is running short. add Scoobert, add inflation to the list.
Inflation! While Lou was leaving the bar, Orchid got a good look at what's in Lou's rations, and it's a Nutri protein bar and a bottle of water.
Oh god,
Man,
don't
we've
tell
just
the
given
cat.
up on the time period, haven't we?
Don't tell the cat. Outside, cut outside real quick. You see a cat boy, walk up to Lou, sniffing his. You have water? You have water. Give me water.
Yes, I do have enough to share. Would you like one?
Yes, please. I need water. So
Oh my
Lou
god, I
just
just realized some of the children probably don't even know what water is.
like
Well, they
Lou
have to.
just
They would be dead otherwise.
like
Do
Lou just
they?
Lou just
Yes.
hands over his
The water
waters. Lou
poisoned.
just hands over his full water skin for this cat boy to take a drink out of.
Catboy ends up drinking one half of it in half a second, and then hands it back. Sorry, I need
No,
more.
it is all right. After all, this village does seem to be in dire straits.
It's because we haven't been. The whole area has been making tons of money due to the fact that the cat brothel has been very popular due to the lack of courtesans involved.
So the cat brothel is the main source of income for this village?
Yeah, I mean, the whole inn has been struggling due to the fact that people haven't been coming from all around the world for the cats.
How
And,
many
like, the
cats went
stores?
missing?
Oh, a lot. You're
I
not
I
there,
can say
though.
I did not say that in the Scooby voice. That was me out of character.
I have a list.
Ah,
You'll
yes.
hear it later.
There are a lot of socioeconomic problems with this village that could be served by this village having more than one method of income.
Okay, I mean, yeah, but, like,
I must
we,
speak to these town leaders promptly, but I unfortunately am here on work.
well, I mean, if you ever need a place to stay, my place is available. I mean, I don't have water, of course, but you know,
Didn't he literally
I
just
would
walk
like
out of an
that.
inn a second ago?
No, he was on the street.
Yeah, after walking out of the inn.
Anyways, I must go. I gotta peddle some goods. Maybe I'll
Please,
be able to
sir,
buy some cheap water somewhere.
before you go,
That's not
you may have
poisoned.
my water skin.
Are you sure?
Yes, you can refill it at any vale or village.
Thank you so
Obviously not
much.
this one, but you can refill it at any lake or
I don't want to
vale,
have
and it
yeah, I
will
don't
be
want to
fine.
get poisoned. He bows, blushing as he walks away shyly.
Lou, who is unfortunately pretty dense, didn't count that as a romantic interaction. Actually, wait, let me roll his intelligence.
Oh, let's
Remember, he
see.
could use a boyfriend.
He got a natural one! He got
Oh
a
god.
natural.
Oh god, he was so he has no idea. He has beyond no idea. He just thinks he was super friendly.
Yes, he
God.
just thinks he was super friendly to that cat boy.
Oh. Okay, anyways, cutting back inside a restaurant. They get their food. They're goody num nums.
These are some goody goody num nums, if I do say so myself.
We make them nice and fresh.
That is good. I have heard that there are plenty of chefs that complain about the about fresh versus frozen to to an extreme degree. I try a bite.
Cora goes over to them. Hey, I got a question. Are you here on perhaps due to the mystery going on involving the cat brothel?
Why, yes, actually. Is that why you're here as well?
I'm more of the trouble-looking type. I look for adventure, fun. I go pretty much anywhere that's interesting.
Are you a member of the Mystery Guild? Well, we've not met any of our co-workers yet. We just started yesterday.
Sort of. I've joined a lot of guilds. I'm a part of the Mystery Guild. I'm just like one of the reserve members.
I didn't know they had reserve members, considering that they haven't recruited anyone in 5 years aside from our good selves and our friend that has.
Oh no, I have been a part of this guild for like for about like 8-ish years. Going on 9 soon, I think. Just about. I don't lose track of time with all the adventuring I get sent on. Well, that's most from the adventuring guild. The mystery guild I do mysteries for every once in a while.
I have a question.
What?
What is the name of our leader?
Are you seriously testing me?
Yeah, as
Yes.
Orchid, and Orchid wants to like nod to agree, but she does a mouthful of spaghetti, so it's like,
What was
You know-
that?
He never told us. So
Greg, dude. His name is Greg. What? Why did you not? Has he not told you his name? He told me his name.
Okay, he did, and you passed.
Right. You guys are a tad strange. But hey, maybe I'll see you around. Who knows? There are a lot of places I like to go.
Wait,
Jogs
Toto.
off.
If you're here to solve the mystery, we should join forces. How long have you been here? What have you learned thus far?
Just that they started going missing about 2 months ago. I mean, it's pretty much been like once a week. It's been like once a week a cat girl has gone missing. We're like missing a lot of cat girls.
Once
in the
a week for
brothel,
2
apparently.
months. That's a minimum of 8 cat girls. How has this not been reported before? This is the town's only source of. No, I don't know that.
Didn't you just join the mystery guild?
Well,
I mean,
yes,
there's not really
but
many
I would have
people.
assumed this would have been assigned to somebody else before now.
Yeah, there's not really anyone around for the most part to deal with this, so you know.
Okay,
Certainly.
maybe add lack of law enforcement to the socioeconomic problems of this village.
Actually, there is law enforcement. That's not what they mean. If you recall, they said if we eat rations within there, then we will be killed. The problem is not lack of law enforcement. The problem is law enforcement corruption.
Perhaps we should speak to
But
one of the guards later. However, I do suppose that it makes sense for our ilk to be stretched thin, like this. So again, it is quite fortuitous that you happen to be in the area, and that you have not been assigned something else to do, unless you have.
I mean, technically, I was assigned this case maybe like a few days ago, but I haven't managed to turn up anything recently.
Oh,
And
so-
like I have also been looking into like some research for the Adventuring Guild and the Historian Club. You know, a bit of this and that.
Research of what kind?
Mostly in like the spirit realm. It seems the spirit realm recently has been very unstable. Some ghosts leaking here, some people ending up slipping in the spirit realm somehow. It's been a tad bit of a nightmare for the Venturing Guild and just anyone in general.
You ought to stop by my forest sometime. We do indeed detect movement sometimes in the moonlight that we cannot actually identify or find any common source behind.
I'll
Only
check
for
it
fleeting
out.
moments, mind you. Yes, if you consider it after this, it is not too far from here. However, for our purposes, this is right now, it seems that we have been sent here to assist you in that case, to bolster your ranks. So, are you sure that there are no leads whatsoever? That have you spoken to the remaining cat girls yet, or any clients that might be still around the place?
About that, you're gonna have to go to the Kitty Meow brothel to really understand that whole case. Trust me, I have been through a lot of this, and it's a doozy. But I need to investigate something, and also I need to write a bit of a research paper. So I will be back though. See you around.
Very well.
Cora walks off.
Like Lou finishes his ration and just walks in.
Lou, you won't believe it. You remember that lady before with the one with the chicken fingers?
Yes, the one with the chicken fingers that Scuba tried to steal.
Indeed, the very same. Well, turns out she's actually another member of the Mystery Guild. She's a co-worker of ours. A reserve, apparently. In fact, she belongs to multiple guilds and factions that happen to be here. We were sent to assist her because apparently she has turned out no leads. I was going to say that it was quite fortuitous that we happened to stumble on somebody outside of the brothel itself that might have been able to help us. However, it seems that all she could do was point us to that location. So it does seem like we're going to have to go there relatively soon.
Oh, how fortunate.
Yes. Once I finish here, of course. Very, very urgent.
Yes, do take your time.
Thank you. I shall. She tries to eat slowly, but is also just, again, still very hungry. So, it's kind of like a balancing act.
Scooby has been silently downing it this entire time, and he's almost finished.
But I do
Except-
have some news to share, and this village seems to be in dire straits. It seems the brothel closing down has left this village in quite a pinch. The brothel is the only way this village garners any sort of financial backing.
Yes, given all of their foodstuffs and the shortages in terms of any sort of homegrown supplies, it does seem like the lands around here are most barren. So they have no other chance to even sustain themselves. Perhaps that's why they have resorted to such a tactic in the first place. I wonder if, as a druid, there is any way that I can actually provide assistance for them and help them to help their lands to become less arid than they are currently.
Perhaps we should look into that after the investigation into the missing people.
I agree. It seems like there is more.
I feel like our skills would benefit this I feel like all of our collective skills would benefit this village greatly.
Absolutely. But first, we're gonna make our way over there. She's finished her plate. This seems somewhat a little bit more. It seems like she finished a little bit sooner than she intended. Like some of the contents might have disappeared independently of her, ingesting them. But she doesn't really question this.
Lou notices and just kind of looks over to Scooby.
Who apparently is silent.
Yes?
Were you food thieving from our friend here, Scooby?
No, of course not. In fact, I'm just about to get to the grand finale, the big turkey.
Orchid reaches over and, with both hands, just takes, the biggest mouthful of chocolate surprise she possibly can, just to prevent Scoop from ingesting, as much as any... Brain freeze occurs at the same time.
Lou is just going to watch...
this has for your own.
Lou is just watching this display in abject horror.
It was for your own good.
I do warn you, Scoobert, if you eat that, it will cause you quite a bit of indigestion.
What's it? Yummy indigestion.
This is my only outfit and it's stained brown now.
I guess that makes us a matching pair.
Stains.
Perhaps if there's any place to shop for clothing in this village, we can pay them a visit. A tailor, maybe?
Possibly. Yeah, let's go. I think we should leave immediately.
Perhaps you need a minute.
Maybe. She's still just clutching her head, just trying to.
That's how Orchid dies. Orchid rolls for survival. Gets a nat 1 and dies.
Death by brain freeze.
Oh god, that'd be awful.
Give me a diabetes saving throw.
Will she get her insulin shot in time? Who knows?
Find out next time.
God.
After
Okay.
Orchid rests a bit, we make our way to the brothel.
Yes,
You
we
enter
all
the
journey to
brothel.
Like
and you
Ulrich is just like Lou is just straying a little bit
Ulrich.
behind.
You walk in the fancy looking brothel to see a woman named Lucille. She's an older woman, got some wrinkles on her face. Hello, my name is Lucille.
My god, this is so fucking grim to look at. Oh my god. I have this fucking board and there's a branch saying socioeconomic issues, and somewhere on that list is lacking job market, which then branches off into two other things, which is high unemployment and then missing workers, all on the same level, and then following missing workers is attached to both paranoia and less tourism.
Don't
Like,
forget
I
barren
just have-
crops. Is that on the list as
Like
well?
I just have
well,
it on my personal list that just simply stating in bold text, village is shitty.
Well, so
Oh, God.
in referring to barren land, remember this. What I just described is like it goes board socioeconomic lacking job market. And that's so lacking job market. The barren crops is not an effect from that. I do have a food shortage, alcoholism issue, and poison water supply as their own things, though.
Okay, got it. Yep. All right. Oh, I've got to.
Yeah, this is like sorted like a logical like detective board, and it's really grim.
Scooby is. The true
Hello.
veteran.
Also, I do have a mom for Lucy. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I put it on the screen. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Lucille. Welcome to my brothel. Please tell me you're paying customers. Because if she may be overworked, she could do, but I'll cut you a deal if you want to use her.
But who is the she in this
No,
case? Are you
ma'am,
referring to yourself
we
or
are
a
not
third
here
person?
to. We are not here
No, I'm not the she. I mean, I'm a bit too old for this brothel shenanigans. No one wants my saggy bones.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure if you find someone just as never mind.
No one wants an old fart like me. Okay, Jacob, you're gonna need to take her off. Anyway, you should meet my one and only person working here right now. Take me off the screen right now, then change into her.
Oh, okay.
One
Yep.
and
All right.
only. Like, ma'am, we are not here to acquire brothel services.
Lou, I think she's gone.
We are here to.
She left. She left to get her
no, she's still in the room. She's standing here, but then you hear a woman walk by. And her pink hair, her blue eyes, as she talks to her shrill voice. Welcome to the brothel.
I did not sign off on this law. I did not sign off on this law.
We did not sign off on this law.
This is not canon.
Quest of the Rising Sun. It's
Lou-
her own universe.
Lou looks past Fred and to the brothel owner and just pointedly says, we are not here to acquire brothel services, but we are here to look into your missing cat girls.
Oh, you're looking for my sisters. That's
Yes,
cool.
we are here to look for your sisters.
Well, they're not really my sisters. My sisters in the brothel. You know how he is.
Your
Anyways.
work sisters, yes, understood.
Yes.
Yes, Sonny. My employees are really important to me, mostly because they actually make me money. Oh, poor Bonnie, Bella, Betty, Billy, Belinda, Blossom, Bethany, Barb.
Oh God.
I missed
Oh
them
God.
all so
Wait,
dearly.
wait, hold on, wait. Out of character. Say that all again, please. Oh my God.
Bonnie, Bella,
Shut up.
Betty,
Come on, give me a
Billy,
second to write this
Belinda,
down.
Blossom,
So
Bethany,
there's
Barb.
Bonnie, which is missing. I'm having to write really fast, so my handwriting looks like shit.
I got Bonnie,
Yeah.
So
Betty,
there's
Billy, and Belinda.
Bella.
And Blossom.
I
I
got
forgot,
the
yeah.
Put in the chat. I'll put their names in the chat if you need.
Please. Okay. Me, Bella.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Huh.
Bonnie, Bella,
I'm legitimately
Betty,
surprised that
Billy.
Bubble and Buttercup are not on this list.
I'm really glad we're at. Huh. I would not have caught this had I just not written this down. They're
Billy,
all B.
Yeah.
Yes, that was.
Billy.
I was going to mention how well, first of all, how Belinda is misspelled, but also how but also how interesting it is. What is your name? Shit. He writes herself to the.
My name's Fred.
Hmm.
Bethany.
Okay. I guess you were
Like,
the
it's
odd one out in that
interesting
situation.
that you're not the only one. That you're the only one out with a B name.
Are you saying this because I don't have as big tits as my sisters?
How would we know that? We just met you and we haven't seen them.
Wow.
Oh, Fred, since you're the last cat girl, we do have a few questions to ask you that would benefit our investigation.
No,
If you don't mind us
I do not do free blowjobs.
Oh,
No,
sorry. We did not
I would
say
never-
that. We did not talk about the nature of our investigation. We are talking about the investigation into what happened to your sisters.
My sisters. Yeah.
Yes, your sisters.
Did you happen to see anything around the time your sisters were taken from the brothel?
It sounded like old grunts. Like really old grunts. But it also could be, my boss is exercising. Listen, my exercising takes a lot out of me.
So essentially, the kidnappings take place whenever you are engaged in exercise.
Well, I'm exercising. She's exercising with clients, and
I didn't want to say it
know,
out loud, but I also made that connection.
and like they
It's good cardio.
they all seem to disappear. Not when there was a client, when they're normally alone. Normally, because like when they're with clients, they're normally fine. Especially because I normally have to make sure the clients pay. Because sometimes trying to sneak out without paying. It's really annoying. When you're running a business like me, it's really annoying.
I see. Well, thank you. Well, thank you. That is that is indeed a good starting point. Could I have a word with you two, my companions?
Yes, of course.
All right, I pull them off to the side. Do you notice what just happened there?
Yes, I did indeed notice. Well, let me see if Luke notices. Do we need to roll any sort of checks, Aiden?
Roll a perception text.
Investigation? Perception?
Investigation.
All right. I give first roll of the day for me, actually. All right. Investigation.
An 8.
14.
14.
Okay.
So Lou notices something, but he's not as on the ball as Orchid.
I got a 14.
Well, I think
Scoot.
I think Scoobert and I have had the same idea. So a moment ago, she said that she was engaged in exercise Fred was with the client. However, she also said that the disappearances happen when there are no clients around. Something isn't right
It
about
is.
this. I get the impression that perhaps she is a little bit more complicit than she's letting on. If she's saying that running a business is so hard, what is to say that she is not receiving receiving any sort of compensation elsewhere to hush this all up?
I'm also seeing
did.
another. I'm also
I-
seeing another discrepancy.
Oh,
There's
I
been
was.
a cat girl. There's been a brothel member missing for the last few months. I counted that. It should be 8 cat girls. But I'm only counting 7 out of the names she listed.
I count 8.
That could mean one of two things.
Bonnie,
Either it's
Bella,
either
Betty, Billy, Blossom, Bentley, God. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I forgot to write down Belinda.
Wow.
I spelled Belinda.
Oh,
Fair enough.
I will say there's something else I noticed.
Oh,
Yes,
what was
Ruben.
that?
Remember when we walked in and Fred, she told us, she asked, are we paying customers? Later on, she said she doesn't do free blowjobs,
Well,
which means she's tight on money.
it was
Like-
Lucille who asked if we were paying customers. Then Fred is the one who discussed the other matters.
Okay, regardless, low on money. Well, she also said that her sisters are her employees. So,
No, the old lady said
No,
her sisters
yes.
were them.
Fred
No,
mentioned her sisters. But Lucille referred to them as the employees, for she is the head of the establishment.
oh, okay, out of
Sometimes-
character, I definitely okay.
Scooby's
okay.
facial blindness is showing.
Okay. I got lost. The voice was no different, so I was like, wait.
Well, okay. Well,
The voice is a little different.
Yeah, Fred's a little higher, so.
Okay. Okay, so Lucille is both owner of brothel and view employees as sisters?
No, Fred
No,
views employees
Fred
as
views them
sisters,
as-
because Fred is the last employee left.
Okay.
Much to my dismay.
Okay, let me fucking... Alright. There we go, the board is fixed.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, how should we proceed from here?
I assume we break down the information we got and put it into a. We write it down into a sketchbook of some kind?
Ooh, I'm a dog. I'm known to have excellent memory.
Well, perhaps, but I mean, we can rely on our own memories for that, or we can actually commit it to writing, just on the off chance. Either one would work. I am just checking here. I'm checked through my backpack, which is what I'm also doing on D&D Beyond currently, to see if I have anything that I could use for writing, and it turns out that no, I don't. So
I don't.
Hang on, wait. Scoobert might.
Lou has cook's utensils.
okay.
Fred notices that you guys look like you're looking in your bags for something. Something wrong.
Oh, I do have parchment.
Ah, well, they
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
man,
you're
has
right. That's all.
parchment.
I have parchment and a quiver.
Something wrong?
No, not anymore. We found what we were looking for. I take the parchment from Scooby, holding it where the parts where the dog drool is not, just making sure that it can drip, and then like just writes like the information that we just got in like the corner to make sure it doesn't wash out immediately.
Fred walks over and puts her hand on Orchid's. Hey, if you wanted my rates, they just gave them to you.
That was, well, I sure would have certainly asked. I mean, I will say, you know, I appreciate the setup that you have got going on here. However, it is not the purpose of our stay.
Oh, but it could be so much more. She moves her hand a little bit closer, a little bit more in her hand.
Yes,
This
be careful where you're going, otherwise you might end up. She accidentally like brushes the chocolate stain on Orchid's dress. Yes, I was going to mention that.
Oh no!
Scooby bites her hand.
Scoobert!
Scoobert, dude, you do not bite strangers.
Poopy says no sexual harassment and bites.
Okay, all right, hold on. I appreciate what I try and hold it back a little. I appreciate what you were trying to do. Thank you very much. For,
Oh no, he's doing it.
Hmm.
At least he will try.
Okay, roll an initiative check.
Okay.
Is that what I roll?
Initiative.
Well, hold on.
All right, is this where we bring out the combat grid, Aiden?
No, that's not what
Oh,
Like,
hold
Aiden,
on. This
Do you
might
have
be.
do you have a question for what you need to roll in order to bite someone?
Yes.
That would be a strength check.
Okay, roll a strength check.
Strength? Okay.
Yeah.
If you get anything lower than a 10, she avoids it. If you get something higher than a 10,
It's a
you
7.
succeed.
Oh.
Okay, she avoids it.
So Scooby snaps at Fred.
I assume the first bite went through because that was a surprise. That would.
Actually, it doesn't look like that's what I was trying to see in my bonus actions. It doesn't look like Scooby has
Nah,
surprise.
it was only one. You just snapped at her.
Oh.
That's not cool.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, I have like interact with an object, opportunity attack. I can do 2 weapon fighting. But you know, I don't have.
You know, if you
Scooby-Doo could do 2 weapon fighting. Let that sink in.
Yep.
Chat.
Like-
Actions in combat, 2 weapon fighting.
Well, these fools are having this uncomfortable conversation. Lou just sidles over to the brothel owner, and he's like, "Can I take a look at the room of the rooms of the courtesans who have went missing recently?"
All right, Sonny. Let me show you around. Come on.
One thing I also require is their list of recent patrons.
As long as you don't leak it to the press.
No,
that will
we will-
ruin our brothel.
I am a man of ethics. I will not leak anything to the press from this brothel.
But there are a lot of married politicians on here who may or may not have a bunch of wives. I don't want to know.
Oh.
Like polyamory or cheating?
Oh, look,
Cheating.
is that the funeral responsible for our taxes? What a coincidence.
Oh.
She doesn't see anything. That was a joke.
God, okay. Anyways, come with me. Here's a list of the most recent clients over the course of the last 2 months.
Okay, what are some of the names on this list?
Brad, Barry.
Jesus.
Like, I would like their names and their titles or jobs and how much they paid.
Okay, I'm gonna have to add brothel as its own section entirely. Hold on.
Well, I mean, it is. If it's like the main source of income, yeah, it has a lot of sway. Let's say.
There's so much layers to the brothel as a whole. Give me a fucking second.
You know, there is one weird thing. Conveniently, in all the nights where all the Cats girls have, where all my employees have gone missing, conveniently, I've noticed a trend where someone from the O'Reilly family, you either have Ryan O'Reilly or Barry O'Reilly here. Although it could be a coincidence because I've never seen
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I have never seen them bring in any like potential weapons or anything to kidnap anyone. I've studied
Well,
them.
that also begs the question, were you paying attention for if they had any weapons?
I only take naps like half the day, Sonny. I'm a very
Hmm.
vigilant old woman.
So what were the two names of the leads we have so far?
Ryan.
Ryan or Brian?
No, Ryan. No, it's
So
no,
it's
Ryan. This Ryan and
Barry, I
take my
think.
mic.
Wasn't it Barry?
Ryan and Barry. Yeah, Ryan and Barry O'Reilly.
Ryan and Bailey.
They're local feudal lords of a nearby village.
Okay. Like, I'm going to roll an investigation for Lou to look around the room for clues.
Yeah, that's the thing. Lou and Scooby aren't hearing this, right?
Oh, Lou's hearing this.
No, Lou's hearing this. He asked,
Orchid and Scooby aren't hearing this.
Okay.
Yeah, Orchid is currently downstairs trying to de-escalate a rapidly rising tense situation.
I got a 19 on investigation. Is there anything suspicious in the room that I can find?
Yes,
Nothing
and her
too
name is
suspicious,
Lucille.
but nothing too suspicious. Besides a small handkerchief with the initials on it. Let me have a second. With the initials on it, HW.
Handkerchief HW. I forgot to put an F on the end of handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
I'm also going to roll an investigation because there are 8 rooms to investigate. Yeah.
Alright.
Hold on, let me go to D&D Beyond. I have it open in I have 2 different browsers open. One of them is for Fujitech Reactive because it won't work with Brave.
I also have 2 browsers open, one of which is for the combat grid for, we'll, just in case we need it. We might downstairs, actually. And the other one is for the stream and for, for the intro.
Investigation. Natural 20 on the second room. Is there anything else I find?
You end up seeing a bottle marked a bottle with empty alcohol bottle called Fusion Flare. It looks like an alcohol, like beer / wine kind of bottle.
By the way, chat, all the rooms look identical.
Flare.
Just saying.
Yes, they all look identical.
Oh gosh.
Fusion what?
Fusion Flare.
Flare. Okay, we're going to. The next room is 7.
You find nothing.
Okay.
In
The
these,
next
we're
one?
in the brothel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
14. The next.
You don't really find it. Well, actually, you found little bits of alcohol on the floor that smell similar to the bottle of Fusion Flare you have.
Room 7.
The kidnapping has to do with this alcohol. Ma'am, does it do you happen to know which establishment sells this liquor?
Oh, that alcohol's only sold by the Catnip Club as their signature kind. Honestly, I'm surprised any of it made it past my vigilant eyes. I mean, seriously, we sell our own alcohol. I mean, it's plus 500 extra, like 500% more expensive, but you
Yes,
don't buy it
yes.
from us. God, that club is crazy. I mean, anyone barely goes to it, based off the fact that we're kind of dead right now in this whole town. It's normally popular, when we were
Yes,
kind of busy.
I have heard because of the brothel. I assume Fred doesn't get very many clients?
No. I mean, she gets a handful every once in a while, but, people say her voice is annoying, I think. I mean, some people like her voice. Like one customer said it was sexy, but most of them say it's annoying. They kind of just get her gagged during their little things, which kind of ruins part of the appeal because Mm. When I was a young old woman, all the boys loved my voice. Now it's kind of old and hoarse.
I want the chat to know that everything that Aiden is doing while describing this version of Fred, I'm just thinking of that scene in The Godfather of the "My boy, look at the massacre, my boy."
Okay,
Like
let's
I
just
have
credit
in
you.
my little investigation notebook, kinky sex with 2 question marks.
For Fred or for Fred?
Yes, for Fred.
Okay. To be fair, as funny as that is, that does leave room to suggest rough sex, which is a thing that we might be able to use later.
What
What?
interesting phrasing you just had there.
What? What?
Well, I
Okay.
mean, well, because like if we're talking about kidnapping sex workers, then I think if we're accounting for like uh, the sort of intercourse that they're partaking in, I think that rough sex is a pretty important thing to note.
Well, I mean,
Yes, that is actually important. That's why I wrote it down. I wouldn't note it otherwise if I didn't think it had any sort of bearing. This is where Lou, with the help of the cat girl, matron of this brothel, will go back down to the lobby to unite with his friends and share information.
Okay. Which room was the handkerchief? Was that room 1?
Yes.
Okay.
You may
Room
not be a
2 has
cat.
a
You
lot
may
of
you may not be a cat
room
boy, but
2.
I think we could put some fake ears on you. You make a great cat boy for the brothel if you want a job.
That's gotta be
I
racist in this society.
already have a career, ma'am. I am a professional mystery solver.
Okay, but when that inevitably falls through, you will always have a job here with us.
Inevitably.
Actually, wait, that does bring up an idea.
What's your
Ooh.
idea?
Actually, I'm saying it out of character to both Jacob and BB.
Oh, good, because
Yeah,
all that we hear right now is.
Yeah, something else just
Like,
occurred to me as well. I don't know.
What does Lou want to go undercover?
Go ahead, scoop it. I mean, BB.
Again, I'm not. What I it took me a second to process this, but the idea of like inevitably go under implies there have been other businesses, right? And we have other businesses here that we've referenced, right? And some of them we have like a logical reason for why they're collapsing, right? The club obviously doesn't get any like we know why that doesn't get any business, right? Lack of job market means high unemployment means not enough money for fun. That makes sense. Inevitably implies there have been other things that we have not heard of or seen, which makes me wonder if there is a consistent, more sinister cause associated with business collapse.
That is the reason I brought
mean-
up earlier that, Lucille might be receiving bribes.
Yeah, I will say I don't trust. The more I learn from from fucking Lucille, the less I trust.
Same here,
I'm
but
gonna be
obviously
so
I'm only
brutal.
saying what,
Like-
what I've canonically
You
heard.
wouldn't trust a little old lady like me.
Like we said it out of character, Aiden, not in character. So
I
Lou-
know. I'm saying this for the bit, though.
So Lou politely bows to the lady of the house and goes to reunite with his friends to share information, and he just quietly taps them both on the back and ushers them towards the door,
Orchid does turn around.
as in that
but,
the information he's going to share is not for prying ears.
yeah, Orchid
Have
does turn around.
fun, guys. Good luck.
Is Scooby still attacking Fred? That's the question I have right now. Because that's all we've been doing
No.
while it's been down here.
Oh, so your dog is terrible. I will charge him double if he wants to sleep with me.
I doubt he
Fuck
does.
you!
I honestly doubt he does.
Fuck you, bitch!
Trust me. I thought that he had bad blood with the local baker back at our base town. But this is something else. This is something else entirely.
She did sexually harass you, so I kind of side with Scoobers in this ordeal.
Oh, I understand. I'm trying just not have her get mauled at the moment. I admire the sentiment, and in fact, I'm flattered that after only a day of knowing me, that you would be willing to go this far. However, again, as far as we're trying to de-escalate, we're trying to prevent further further violence and/or potential bloodshed from occurring here. This place
I
is
hope-
suffering enough.
I hope
But-
someone gives you a Dr. Pepper and spikes it with water, and then as you're choking, they cut your fucking clit off.
Wow.
I think that is a little too far.
I believe I did
Come
that
on,
with
Scoobert.
the restaurants.
Is this how you treat sex
Like-
workers? Wow! I
Scoobert,
thought you were a
Lou
progressive
just
dog based off your vibe, but you're clearly
Lou-
a very unprogressive dog.
Listen,
I
Fred-
love sex workers. I don't like sexual harassers.
Listen, Fred.
Like,
I'll give you
Lou
the same
just-
advice that I gave to the local baker. Paul was his name, actually. Keep the talking to a minimum. It's highly recommended.
You're saying my voice is horrible?
No, I'm saying-
Actually,
I
find your
like
voice
we're
quite
saying-
ingenious. Do I say so myself? However, that's not
we're
the point.
saying that everything you say is pissing off Scoobert. Anyway, Scoobert, please let's go outside. I do have some information to discuss with you both.
Fucking asshole. Fine.
I will charge you 3 times if you want to
Go
sleep
to
with
hell.
me.
Orchid makes a mental note to the first time she sees any place that sells anything resembling Scooby Snacks, she's buying she's buying 3 boxes immediately. Doesn't even know they come in boxes. That's
So,
just how committed she is.
Like Lou just guides Scooby and Orchid back into the alleyway, and in hushed tones, he's like, "So I figured out some information that could be pertinent to our investigation.
Pregnant? There could be pregnant information?
Pertinent
Pregnant.
to our investigation."
Pregnant information, exactly.
No, please, kindly proceed. Ignore the god of the universe.
Ignore the god of the universe. Anyway, Lou just reaches into his bag and brandishes the handkerchief.
Oh, that's quite the
That
fine
he found.
handkerchief you have there.
And he shows him the initials HW, along with a sketched picture of the bottle of fusion flare and that he apparently accounted for stains on the floor of room 3.
I want to roll investigation and smell the handkerchief for the well, okay, more accurately, I want to okay. This I don't have to roll for. I'm going to go and sniff the fusion flare.
Okay.
The next thing I want to do is going to require investigation roll. I want to
Yes.
sniff the handkerchief and see if I smell the fusion flare on it.
Okay, go for it.
10.
There's like maybe a drop or two on the corner, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot on the handkerchief.
Handkerchiefs are usually used for someone to wipe their face, so that
Yeah,
actually makes some sense.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I was going for.
There is but one place around here that sells this particular drink. And he just points to the bar. I heard it's their signature.
Oh, great.
Perhaps we can find
More
who this
alcohol.
HW fellow is.
You're right. I suppose we'll do this. Well, there's a very low chance this place also charges 50 gold per beverage, so we might as well.
Their beverages might be cheaper regarding the circumstances.
This is true. Well, I guess I guess we shall see. We'll see how their establishment is doing, because depending on.
So Lou just starts walking down to the bar, but now with evidence in his pocket, he walks with a sense of purpose.
A druid, a college graduate, and a Great Dane walk into a bar.
you enter the catnip club. It seems relatively empty. You do notice a sticky note saying, "Be back in 30 minutes." Or 2 days. Whatever comes first.
Oh, 30
It would
minutes.
be the 30 minutes.
This owner may not be coming back for a while, who knows?
Lou just looks at the sticky note, and he comes to one conclusion. Well, this fellow or madam must have fled town rather recently.
Fellow's gender neutral.
Yes, but
Or
you're
gender neutral.
both. Yeah, I believe you're both correct about the neutrality of the pronoun and also the recent nature of this note.
The bar seems mildly dusty. Some chairs are just tipped around. It seems like this whole area hasn't been touched much. Besides their signature alcohol, which has seemed to be drunken recently.
All right.
Go over and I'll roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I also want to do an investigation check. I want to see if I can figure out roughly how long it's been.
Roll them.
Yeah,
I think it would be
the same. Let's see.
I got a 19.
I got a 12.
I got an 8.
Okay. Scooby, and crap. What's Jacob's characters?
Orchid.
Scooby and Orchid can tell that they have been touched within the last maybe 10 hours. But Lou can tell it's been touched. It touched in the last hour and a half.
Lou raises his eyebrow.
Yes, Lou. What is that? What are you
This
trying
bottle
to
has been touched recently, as in the last maybe hour and a half. Someone other than us has been here recently, but it's clear from the presence of this place that the bartender hasn't been here for quite a few months.
So someone simply walked in and helped themselves to the supply. Could the bartender also be missing? Another
It does start with a
kidnapped victim?
B.
That does seem to be the case. Or the bartenders skipped town because this place is a disaster.
Well, you know, I'm realizing actually that. So we have the brothel, right? Actually, here I'll say this in character.
So we have the brothel, and we know that all the names of the people taken started with B, right?
Yeah,
yes,
all
thus
of the
far.
people taken started with B.
We know that brothel starts with B, right?
We
Yes.
do, yes.
We know that bar starts with B, right?
And also
So,
bartender. I see where you're
what
going.
connection are you coming to, Scoobet?
I think that perhaps if we find out the bartender's name, it might start with a B. that the business type is associated with the people within it, and that whoever's taking them is infatuated
Actually,
with the letter B.
Scoobet, I have another interest to posit. And that might be that someone is stealing from this bar. I'm actually going to roll another investigation check to see if Lou can look around for any sort of documentation of who owns this bar.
Sure.
Yeah, I could see them
16.
having. Yeah, they might have like a plaque or something behind.
I
Bartholomew.
reckon that the bartender of this bar might have a name that starts with an H.
Ah, you believe this is the HW we're looking for?
Yes,
That
I do believe.
But that would suggest if they left their own handkerchief in the other room, that would suggest that they are raiding their own supply, rather than somebody else doing so.
Also, Aiden, I got a 16 on my investigation check. Do we have any evidence of a name on the premises?
You end up seeing on the computer, a computer
A
marked
computer?
with. Okay, not computers. Notepad. Notepad. There's a notepad, little parchment paper, written with codes for codes to get into the building. Or well, no. Give me a second. God.
I mean,
Okay.
Okay, right,
This is
but
definitely
Ghosty
useful
was-
if it weren't for the fact this building was completely open and we entered anyway.
Yeah, Ghosty was not looking for Ghosty was looking for a very specific thing, like the name. This
But
is
now,
You
is
see
the
it-
name.
now that you've seen that, I will also roll an investigation to find out if there are any places that those codes might in fact apply to.
There aren't codes. Okay, I misspoke. Okay.
I got a
Anyways,
15
Yeah.
on my investigation. Where are
Where-
the codes?
Yeah.
Jacob.
Give him a
Okay,
second.
rewind. Okay.
Give,
So you see a note that looks like it's from an older woman, maybe like a mother, saying, "Happy birthday, Britney Spears. Love, Mom."
Britney Spears.
Well, that's not the B
Well,
name,
it's a-
I suppose.
It's a B.
There's a B in it. And a name of celebrity. Why not?
Uh,
And this is the owner.
Like, Lou is going to look around for any other evidence. More importantly, he's going to poke around in the patron documents. Six.
oh.
Oh, you don't find anything. you
Okay,
just
do
find a bunch
I-
of scratched out stuff.
Why is it?
But
It's
but just saying, there is a door in the room, a locked door in the corner of the room.
I take the piece
With
of
two-
paper and try one of
with
the
two
codes
locks.
on the lock.
No, you don't know.
Then he goes.
No, don't.
Yes, we were just poking a bit of fun, Aiden.
I know. I'm being exaggerated for memes. Anyways, there is a door with 2 locks on it. There's also some party streamers, some alcohol bottles laying near that door, so, you know.
Another
Well,
2
somebody
locks.
10 months ago must have had a very good birthday.
This seems awfully familiar. These 2 locks. This is very reminiscent of the door that led inside to the Mystery Guild, also in a tavern establishment.
Could this perhaps be another branch of the Mystery Guild?
We should try our keys on it and see if they open. I don't remember us going back to replace them yesterday, so we must still have them on our person.
Okay, try your keys.
Wait,
I
okay,
try
Scooby,
my key.
Scoobert,
It doesn't work.
I tried the other
It's
lock.
the wrong key.
I tried the other
Scoobert
lock.
pauses.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Those keys
Lou
aren't working.
tries his key.
Doesn't work.
Scoobert pauses, and his eyes go wide, and he says, "Guys, I think there
What?
might be another way to get in."
Scoobert, are you implying that you have lockpicking tools?
No, what I'm implying is what if the strange man who hired us might be able to take people alone without a trace?
And he pulls out the teleport thing.
You have to pre-program a teleportation for it to work. You have to
No,
pre-program
Yeah,
it,
and the
really.
guy-
I see what you're getting at. If somebody also has access to these very same sigils, or the same nature of them, they could, in theory, they program them so that they could take somebody very quickly without being noticed. The only thing that would not match up with would be the loud grunts that would be heard at the same time as the kidnaps take place that Fred described.
I just assumed those might have been sex noises.
or struggling noises.
Also true. So these sigils, or sigils of the same nature as ours, might very well be used for evil as well. She's looking at her hands, really examining them. Another idea also occurs to me. If we oh wait, no, never mind. If we have to pre-program them, that doesn't work.
Wait.
I was going to suggest that we use them to try to teleport to the side of the door, but that won't work because we don't know what's on the
Like
other end.
Lou looks over and says, "You were talking to a woman at the restaurant, at the inn earlier, yes?
Yes, and she was also from the Mystery Guild.
And she appeared here when?
Well, towards well, she wasn't here per se, but she was she appeared. I believe she said it was a couple of months ago.
It was a few days.
It was a few days.
She said a few days.
It was a few
I'm
days
going to
ago.
clarify it. She specified a few days.
A few
God.
days ago.
Please do not be like, it was a few months. No, a few days. God.
Did you happen to know if she was being completely honest with you?
Oh, actually, Scoobert did test her knowledge. She was able to identify Greg's name, so we know that she is indeed from the Mystery Guild itself. However,
Yes,
it
she
might
is
be...
from the Mystery Guild. And thus she
Or-
must know the
Sigils.
same runes that we do, which
Wait.
brings this story into question.
No, wait. Okay. If we say that these teleporters, they might be used as a tool for this, right? Well, this person was for sure part of the Adventuring Guild, which means they would have gotten this. But and they knew the name, so they had to have been here, but that's not to say that they're still there. Or that they didn't keep the teleporter.
Lou, I hate to add onto your concerns, but one of the topics that she was researching was the spirit world.
Lou just process it for a second, and then I'm going to roll a history check. Two.
Might I suggest that we try to find a place of study around here? Where would she be going to conduct her research?
I saw no mention of a library in this town.
If it's spirits, perhaps a graveyard might be the place.
There's the cat scratch graveyard.
Everything is called cat scratch here.
Everything's cat scratch.
Has there been a past adventure in a library?
No, but there's a graveyard.
Like, Luke thinks for a second, and then he just says quietly to Orchid, "Let's make our way to the graveyard."
Orchid nods, determined.
I have a sinking suspicion.
As do I. We leave.
Like, we're just going to leave on our way to the. We're just going to
You're
leave.
sneaking away without away from Scooby without telling
Yeah, I
him.
was about to say, Lou whispered that specifically to Scooby. I know Scooby is a dog, so it should have really sensitive ears, but like...
Like, he whispered it to Orchid, and then he's going to look to Scooby and be like, "I have a hunch of who our kidnapper might be."
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to the graveyard.
I will now find
And Lou just kind of...
Yeah, because it's not improv at all. Listen, Jacob, I tried to prepare, but like clearly I can't prepare for
I
everything.
know. It was my idea. Like I get it.
We're gonna bury the body right here in the lobby, underneath the wooden floor, where it comes from rot.
This is a lot.
Okay.
We're gonna hack all his limbs off.
Did you say hack
So
all his limbs off?
Yeah, we're gonna hack all his limbs off.
Like, Lou just says to both of them while they're walking the alleyway on the way to the graveyard, and he's like, "Did you happen to catch the name of this suspicious person?"
Cora was her name.
Cora.
Not a B name,
I wonder if-
unfortunately.
Like,
Not a
Lou,
P name, unfortunately.
Lou looks
Well,
down
my,
at the...
you know, all,
Lou takes out the handkerchief with the HK with the initials on it. HK. HW?
HW.
Oh, HW. Yeah, my fault. And then he puts it back in his pocket, realizing he was mistaken.
However, I think if we are perhaps thinking that this Cora person is guilty, as you pointed out, their
I
name is
am
not
not-
B.
I am not guilty. I am saying she is a liar.
If anything, her being
Cora's in the graveyard. Looks like she has some like a magical spell in her hands, just kind of feeling around the energies.
I want to... Okay, Cora should not be HW, so I don't think it'll be that, but she might have a relation to them. Can I smell for fusion flare?
Sure.
Investigation. 23, baby!
I was gonna be like, if you got like a really low number, it's supposed to be like, you actually sniff a flower that blows pollen in your nose, causing you to sneeze. I was gonna be like, if you get really low, I'm gonna do that.
I just like
senses as well.
Dude, if he sneezed, it would reveal all of our locations, just like right there.
You smell no fusion flare on her, but you do smell the smell of cherries and strawberries.
Okay. Weird detail, but I guess since you're
Listen,
saying it, I'll put it down since
our
that's gonna be
girl
relevant at some
loves
point.
strawberries and cherries, okay?
Mhm.
Sure.
Like her hair. Also,
Yeah.
you could add me on screen, by the way. I have chorus model.
Oh,
Body
okay.
wash and perfume, I am assuming.
Yeah.
So I'm also going to roll investigation on my own to see exactly what what's going on here. You know what? No, I changed my mind. Lou is going to walk up to Cora and he's going to be like, I apologize, ma'am, to break your concentration, but we have a few questions to ask you.
Oh, but sure, yeah. I mean, I don't think that spiritual energy is flaring up here. Although it's really been a concern with like the spirit
It's a
world.
graveyard.
Yes, it's a graveyard. Thank you for the genius commentary.
Well, then what the fuck do you mean there's no spiritual energy?
I said spiritual energy peaking. It's not really fluctuating or doing anything unique. God.
Have talked to you earlier, but I neglected to introduce myself properly. My name is Lou Rosgoth. What's yours?
Oh, my name's Cora. Cora Vandegard.
Absolutely. I heard you're also a member of the Mystery Guild from my compadres over here.
Sort of. Again, it's more of like a temp slash, like a backup. I kind of just like do some jobs for them here or there. Mostly
Okay.
involved in the adventuring guild,
I'm
but
going to I'm going to focus specifically on her name, Cora Vanguard, and I'm going to roll an insight check.
Fair.
sure.
9.
Oh well. Okay.
Is there anyone else who wants to get in on this funky
I don't,
business?
I
Yeah,
don't
why
think you
not?
get any good insight from that.
Yeah,
Gotta be honest.
the orchid wouldn't think to insight her name specifically.
Insight.
That being said, one thing that she does ask is, since you have been investigating for some time, have you possibly
got
encountered
a
any
9.
connection? She's staring very intently at Cora. And I'm gonna roll insight as I ask this question. Have you established any connection between the disappearances that have been going on and the letter B? 11.
I mean, sort of, but not really. I'm gonna be honest.
Is there anything on her
Like,
face that betrays that she has that I perceive that betrays that she knows more than
no,
she's letting on?
no, she's mildly confused. Like, no. I mean, honestly, for what I've seen about that brothel, like I've asked her about it. Apparently, a lot of the girls decided to change their names quickly after joining the brothel because it's like a sisterhood thing. I mean, Fred was apparently gonna change her name at one point to like Beatrice, but then the girls reaffirmed her name to a point where she just didn't. It's where they're like, you don't need to change it, apparently. Which, I mean, it's a thing. It's kind of weird, but I've never really gotten into that kind of, I guess,
So
sisterhood
brothel,
style stuff.
I don't think it's sisterhood. Brothels just so happen to come with certain stage names.
Perhaps it is.
Yeah,
this one, these ones, they've already referred to themselves as sisters, from my understanding. That's something we all we seem surprised by. So perhaps there is more to this union that they form specifically. I wonder who's going to change a name to be a thought strikes me. Cora,
Yes?
Since you know the rate at which all of these disappearances have been happening and have documented it again over you're the one who mentioned they've been over the course of the 2 months, so you must have asserted that in some way. First of
Well,
all, how do you come by such a statistic?
Well, a few handful of factors. I talked to the shopkeeper. His name was Henry, I think, and then I also talked to this guy named Dan who likes to chill at the bathhouse. Kind of uncomfortable for me, but whatever. But also, I've kind of learned from some of the people who used to come here a lot. Like, some of them have passed by looking for their favorite courtesans, but with them not being here, they kind of been a bit disappointed and decided not to come back. Because, like, sometimes you like a certain flavor of person. And then when they're not
Yes.
here, it's like, oof. Oh well.
That seemed to be the impression that we're getting.
But that's the industry we're in, or well, they're in. I'm not in the industry. It's, adventuring's more my style, not Smex.
Very well. 2 other questions.
Okay,
then.
Freud.
Two other questions then. First of all, would you happen to know the last name of this shopkeeper Henry individual?
James?
Darn it.
Why?
No. Well, no reason. And finally, since you know the statistics so well, statistically speaking, when should the next kidnapping take place?
Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. Like, I would assume it would happen yesterday, if anything.
Blue is thinking for a moment, and then he comes to the conclusion. Most people find Fred's voice unpleasant, so she wouldn't be a target.
She also
And then he has an idea.
Is Henry James the name of? You said shopkeeper, right? But
Yeah, shopkeeper's named Henry James.
I thought you said it was owned by Britney Spears.
No, Britney Spears owns the club.
Okay.
There's a shop called the Ball of Yarn.
Alright. Well, we know it's called the Ball of Yarn, but we know there's a shop somewhere with who's okay.
Meanwhile, Blue just looks to his comrades, and he is looking at the list of names that start with V. And he comes to one conclusion. Fred hasn't been taken because she isn't... how do I say this?
The bee.
Attractive enough?
Well, okay.
Like, how do I say this? Fred isn't as attractive as her sisters, as she stated earlier, so she hasn't been much of a target for kidnappers because she's not a tempting target.
What if I go undercover? I'm a dog.
I think that would blow your cover. Not many people want to have sex with a dog.
Exactly.
Well,
What?
actually, sidebar, you two. I was going to say that I actually did have a plan, based on the might be able to solve this based on what's going on. I just I bring them both to one side and leave Cora to her spirits.
Cora's just gonna look at us so weirdly.
Spirit doing it, horror doing her thing. I'm gonna merge the spirit realm, in the human realm together.
Okay.
Reference.
Oh, how oddly specific to say out loud.
No, that was a joke. That wasn't actually said by Cora. God, that's not canon. That's a reference joke. And it's gone.
Okay. So Scuba's idea. My thought was somewhat similar. If a kidnapping is supposed to take place that is around this precise time, then she looks down at herself, I think now is the time for me to acquire a second outfit. And perhaps a different name.
Just looks to Orchid, pats her shoulder, and says, "I'll take one for the team."
Are you sure?
Oh.
I mean, I know how uncomfortable the place made you feel. That's why I was going to do it myself.
The place makes me feel uncomfortable, but I think you've been through enough sexual harassment today. With Fred.
I suppose.
And he says Fred specifically with clenched teeth and clenches his fists, wanting to punch an entity that isn't in front of him.
Orchid does look down at the ground. I do
Scooby
suppose I don't
growls.
wish to be alone with her.
Yes, then I'm afraid I will have to be the one who does the sting.
We will be nearby.
I hope at some point in the series we get to kill Fred. Wait, did you just say why?
Just some freak accident that happens during this escapade.
Dude.
Some freak accident.
Oh my god, no, imagine one day the episode just starts off with a freak accident and the mystery is to figure out what happened, and it's like revealed that Scooby like framed it to be like a freak accident. It was actually just like a cold-blooded murder.
Like Lou and Scooby in a ditch with Fred's body.
Hello, a mystery guild. I have a new mission for you. It turns out that a pink cat girl has appeared with a body full of teeth marks, completely mauled, and drowned in the lake. We need to find out what happened.
Oh
Like-
no!
Oh no! How awful!
we
Lou,
would, but unfortunately, we've all come down with a sudden ailment right now. You'll have to give that to somebody else.
The sudden ailment is cross-dressing. Like, Lou just looks to Orchid and then looks down at his fairly, like, conservative outfit, and he's like, "Let us go to the cat brothel."
Well, first.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. No, don't worry. The old lady's got that. She already offered.
Oh,
Yes,
there she is. Okay, right, we're preparing for this. We're
like-
going.
Where we're going?
Give me a moment. There we go.
Lou looks to Orchid while they're walking to the Black Cat bar from the graveyard. Not Black Cat, what is it? To the brothel from the graveyard, and he's like, "Well, the old lady offered me a position before,
Oh, did
so she will take me. She will take. Yes, she said I was a fine, gentlemanly specimen for her establishment."
All right, but you have to But you have to pick a name that starts with B.
Well, could you choose one for me? I am already vastly uncomfortable.
Very
Please,
well.
please make it a butter thing.
You shall be known as, well, since Blossom is already on the list, I believe Buttercup is appropriate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lou just says, "Oh," with the most resigned kind of expression. He looks taken aback, but he also doesn't hate it.
That was what I was going to call myself, but I'll save another name for later.
So Lou walks in.
For later.
Lou walks into the establishment and he's like, "Matron, I will be what qualifications do I need to give you to get this position you offered
You just
me
need
earlier?"
me to give you. You just need a little makeover, probably from Fred, since she's better at makeovers than I am. Last time I gave someone a makeover, they ended up looking like a literal clown.
Oh. So that's what happened to Fred.
By the way, I'm launching GL2 right now.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
remember.
I have to go to the
Okay,
restroom.
so for starters, I'm gonna go to the kitchen for you and grab some apples. You're gonna need those.
Do you like some of the names on here? Well, like one of the names on here, specifically, Billy.
Yes. Oh, you
It's
need a
yes, I mean a male physician.
yeah, but like everyone can use some melons.
Oh,
You don't want some little apple melons?
For the record, Billy can also be a girl's name, but we're going to ignore that, I suppose.
Yeah, we're going to ignore that, but you know.
We're going to ignore the more obvious answer in favor of whatever's going on now.
Lou is just going to look over to Orchid, wave his hand, kind of to signal that he's gonna go with it, whatever it is, and then
Okay.
looks to Fred, and he just says, "Please do what you must. Make me over."
All right. Are you ready for the makeover of your life?
Oh, am I ready?
Okay, so for starters, I mean, the old lady insists on melons, but I say we go for giant pecs.
Oh, do Twinks not get many customers around these parts?
Actually, they do. But do you want to go full femboy, or do you want to go? Do you
I
want
want to
go like?
go. I want to go full femboy, if you please.
Okay, here's a little. I got some bows. Oh, there's so much stuff I could give you. Come on! Grabs his arm and throws him in the closet, and she jumps after. You're gonna look amazing, Mr. Owl. Make a fan boy out of you.
I really thought you were going to sing Popular instead of that, but yeah, fair enough, that works too. You had the most obvious
Popular.
makeover song from
You're
Musical
gonna
Love,
be
but there you go.
popular.
Yeah, Rugs, right? Even I thought of that.
Anyways, how's making femboy going?
I'm going to need a little bit of time, but I do have to request what color would be most appropriate for
Pink.
femboy.
You
Bright
be
pink.
our pride and joy. You go full femboy.
Oh, also fake cat ears. Fake cat ears are very important.
Mm-hmm.
I will also amend a tail. Orchid and Scooby can be doing something in the meantime.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Scooby has
After all, there
out of character
is
gone to the restroom, so Orchid essentially is trying to find a place to hide nearby, a strategic area. Or actually, you know what? No. Wait, no, yeah. I was going to say investigate the other rooms, like the remaining 4 rooms that Lou didn't get to, but she didn't know that Lou was doing that, so she'd just be trying to find a place to hide, and happens to pick the 5th room, the next one that Lou did not get to until the time is right to strike.
I also imagine that that Scooby is watching this makeover with abject horror.
just like growling teeth, yeah. Yeah, pretty much, I imagine. Just ready to pounce at any moment. More ready to strike than Orchid is, yeah.
The old lady silently appears behind Orchid. What you doing?
Well, I was essentially passing the time, I guess, looking for clues, and now I actually will, because I have an excuse to do so now. In universe, I'm going to roll investigation in the 5th room, the one that the next one that Lou did not get to. So let's see. That is a 9.
You find nothing. You know, I'm pretty sure these rooms have recently been cleaned by Fred.
Oh,
I'm looking through presets to try to find a good outfit for femboy, and I can't find one, and I'm panicking so hard.
Just do something pink and femboy-y. Give him bow in his hair.
Just go for a traditional maid outfit or something. I don't know.
Oh my
The
God,
the
maid
gacha style
outfit.
of femboy.
The gotcha style of femboy.
I'm back.
But yeah,
the-
things have been pretty tough on us. But don't worry, everything will be all right. Maybe now that your friend has joined us and given up on her hopeless, on his hopeless career of what was it, investigator? I don't know. I can't be bothered to
Yeah.
remember.
Mystery solver, investigator, same thing.
Now that he's actually given up on that, it's great. He's gonna have a long, fruitful career. Well, I say long. It's gonna be like maybe 10 to 12 years. But you know,
That's pretty long.
people like him young.
That is correct.
It's also wrong. Anyways, will you be joining the brothel as well? I think I can fix you too.
Again, I'm not using the Scooby voice. This is just
I know. I was talking to Orca just now. Old lady.
Wait, okay, so Orchid is in a different room, remember? She went upstairs. Like,
Oh, Orchid, why did you leave me?
you left me!
My-
Wait, hold on, wait, actually. You left
My
me!
dimension.
I haven't moved!
She goes upstairs to Orchid. Anyways, you would be a great addition as well if you want to join.
I believe that one of us is probably more than enough.
Come on! Don't you want the life of a courtesan?
She looks at the again at the end, like, you know, yesterday's worn like chocolate, like super chocolate surprise stained dress. It's like, I could use a new outfit, but no, thank you.
You know what? I'll be nice and do one thing for you. You can have Fred for 20 minutes if you want.
I would prefer Fred stay 20 miles away from me, if we use such measurements in these parts. Kilometers, if you may.
I see. You've noticed
a very long way from me, some might say.
You've noticed something's off with Fred now, have you?
You could say that.
Well,
Yeah, he's just not the same anymore.
It didn't take much investigation in order to find that out.
I guess the truth about Fred is he hasn't been the same ever since, well, a incident happened with a potion. And I don't really know how to cure it. She's a little bit loopy.
A potion, you say?
Certainly so. But
Well,
I don't really know how to reverse any of that kind of stuff.
Well, what was the nature of this potion?
Yeah.
I'm a druid. I can perhaps shed some light.
It was hard to tell. It was like a potion that was meant to give eternal life. Instead, it just made her mind go crazy and made her immortal. Maybe there was, for what I've seen, my speculation is that there's like a drop of water from the Fountain of Youth in there.
I have heard of such a structure and of such a potion / tonic.
But whatever was given to her by one of the clients because they wanted her to be young and beautiful forever, messed with her head.
Wait, you mean to
So
say, you mean to say that that Fred does have a regular client?
Had when she went crazy, he kind of stopped seeing her.
So Fred.
God,
Right.
Philip, will be missed. Although he was seeing Billy, but after she went missing, he just stopped going altogether.
Did he stop coming altogether, or did he vanish?
Stopped coming all together. I'm pretty sure he's like a mayor in a mayor in Hillbilly's town. Unfortunate name. They're not actually hillbillies, but
And the
the
mayor's name was Billy himself, you say?
yeah.
B. I rush downstairs, having potentially connected something, and just like rushing to the fitting room. Not while, but no, obviously Lou is like getting changed. The curtains drawn, whatever. I don't see him. Scoobert, quickly! I need to talk to you.
Yes?
Okay, so we might be barking up the wrong tree. I've just found out that apparently, do you remember the Fountain of Youth thing that Greg mentioned?
Yes?
Alright, well, as it turns out, somebody at one point fed Fred a drop of that potion, and she went crazy. Apparently, since then, her one regular client has not been seen. She did have regular clients. She was attractive. But something happened. Her mentality actually changed. And that's when the disappearances started happening. This Mayor Billy was seeing a different Billy at the same time. 2 B names. He has not been seen around these parts ever since. What if it turns out that instead of Fred being the next target, she's actually the perpetrator?
Who's Billy?
Well, Billy is both the name
Not,
of
not.
Billy is both the name of one of her sisters, and also this mayor person who apparently was a regular client of Fred's.
Okay. I, I, I suppose that makes sense, yes.
I don't know what's
Do you
happening,
think
sorry.
that perhaps if
Oh,
what?
There we are. No, our images were corrupted for a second. Keep going.
Oh. So if we let's say Fred is the perpetrator. Let's say it's revenge over this Billy person leaving. If she truly did go mad after being given the potion, is it possible that she's not going after people with B names, but who she thinks was the client, and she just keeps getting it wrong?
She did get 2 Billies in quick succession, and has constantly been going down B name lists, and never did become the Beatrice she intended to be. This does match. However, if that is the case, this whole ruse with Lou is not going to work, as Fred is responsible for the makeover in the first place. Unless Lou reveals his name now as Buttercup. He's not said it in front of her yet. The moment he debuts as Buttercup, he may be in danger.
Oh no!
We must be alert. The moment that the makeover
Fred?
finishes,
Fred, are you sure? I do not think I will look good in white.
Fred, you've been addressed.
Ow! I think you look pretty, but you want something else?
You know what? I'll just go with the white. Please
All right.
stop.
You're gonna look like a blushing bride soon.
Huh. What an
grip my
interesting
quarterstaff
way.
and arm it towards the curtain.
What an interesting description from someone who we suspect might be scorned by someone they had intercourse with often.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Let me go to Fujitech Reactive and choose file.
All right.
I was not expecting to think this much today, by the way.
This is a mystery series.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Not sized properly.
Giant.
It's done. It's done.
All right.
Okay.
Aiden, wait. Before we reveal Lou, Aiden, I think you should probably turn to Fred for this scene.
Okay, under Fred.
Yeah. All right. I'm still quarterstaff, like, gripped tight. However, not really like pointing, but just at the ready. And so, Lou emerges.
Oh God. My past has come back to, I guess but relative to my
Look
past
how
has
cute
come
he
back
is!
to
Isn't he
haunt me.
adorable?
My legs feel exposed in a way I don't enjoy.
You get used
Oh,
to
you're
those.
lucky. You're lucky. I was considering getting you like a really long skirt. Maybe 3
Oh.
ponytails. That would have been amazing.
I think
I
the
just-
skirt probably would have been more comfortable for him.
I would take the 3 ponytails personally.
I don't know if he has a long enough hair for that.
Anyway, Fred, is it usually a thing for courtesans here to have a stage name of sorts?
Oh, yeah!
Then do you mind if I choose my own?
Of course! Go for it!
How does Buttercup sound?
Boom, boom.
Amazing! She gives Lou a hug. Welcome to the sisterhood!
I am happy to be your brother, I suppose.
There's something very grim about that laughter, kind of sounding like crying.
She lets go. Oh, I can't wait! We can braid each other's hair.
I don't think I have enough hair for that.
Oh, we could grow it out. It'll be awesome.
I don't think I want to look more like a girl than I already do.
I mean, I am the most beautiful girl here, but fair enough. Well, I mean, I guess second most beautiful. Orchid over there is a close second. Maybe first. I don't know.
So
I'm about to
Lou
say
looks
Orchid
to
What about
Orchid.
me?
Take offense.
You're not a girl.
Like Lou looks to
But-
Orchid.
But neither is Lou.
Okay, I didn't call Lou the most beautiful girl here, though.
She was referring
But you
to
still
me.
ranked them.
She was referring
Like,
to me,
yeah.
Scoobert.
Lou looks
Where
to
am I on the list?
Of girls
I mean,
nowhere. Please let Lou speak.
No, of
Like-
hotties.
Lou just looks to Orchid, nod, and nods as in a secret code that they haven't set up yet that Lou thinks is going on.
Well, Buttercup. Go downstairs. There in the lobby there should be like cookies and special fudge that has been enhanced as an aphrodisiac. It really helps me get me going for the customers. Like,
Fred looks
Oh,
down at
boy.
her dress and thinks, not more chocolate.
Lou just walks out to the lobby. He's walking like a newborn deer. He feels so uncomfortable.
I don't know. Alright, down to reception.
I feel
we say.
uncomfy. I want to go home. I don't feel safe anymore.
Did you ever in this place?
downstairs, upstairs. We're not upstairs yet. We're still in the dressing room with the girls and Scooby.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
And then you hear a loud noise.
Girls and
you hear
Scooby.
you hear a thud. Lou's downstairs. Lou's not here. You hear a thud, and then you hear like a whom, like a teleportation sound effect.
I knew it! Let's go! Quickly, Scoobert! We rush down to where the sword.
Biddle-biddle.
Lou is now missing.
Of course.
I knew
What
it!
happened?
I knew it! All right! I point my staff at Fred. I want answers!
What are you doing?
Scooby is going to go behind Fred.
Mhm.
Like, why are you pointing that at me? Where did she go?
That's what we want to
Did-
find out and what
did-
you're going to tell us. Now.
Did Fred just call Lou a she?
I'm clearly struggling with pronouns right now for some reason with some of these characters.
Hmm.
Great. Anyways,
The
Yep.
potion's already got effect. It's all right.
I don't know what. Hey, she just what? He just what? I was with you guys. Why do you? Why would I do anything? How would I do anything?
Oh,
Goober
cute.
is going to.
What are you
Fuck.
gonna do?
No, he.
You're
Goober.
going to fuck. You're going to fuck. Oh my god.
No.
We're past that stage of this setting.
Yeah. No. Is
You're gonna
there?
fuck. Oh
Is
god.
what can I do with my teleporter? Like can I use my sigil in any sort of like what can I do with it?
You can teleport to like the alley, and you can teleport home and to the end where you stay at.
Is there any like person that it's attached to by chance?
Only yourself. I mean, I guess you can technically teleport others if you're holding them.
Wait, that means
All
Lou
right.
was just grabbed by
Yeah.
someone.
And Lou
Yeah.
also has a teleporter that he could use.
Okay, in that case, Scooby's going to bump his nose gently against Fred's leg and then let go. And as soon as they break contact, Scooby is going to try to teleport Fred maybe like a few inches, maybe a foot.
You
the
really
Scooby-
can't do that.
Scooby's sigil,
You-
Scooby's sigil was on his back. Oh, wait. So he might have
You're
to, like,
just gonna,
flop on the ground.
if you do that, you're literally just gonna bump her leg and then back off and not teleport. That's doing nothing, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but
What
Orchid
are
could-
you doing?
Orchid could pull off the same plan if you tell it to Jacob.
Well, no, the idea was I wanted to break physical contact so that way I wanted to see if maybe if Fred were to touch Lou, would they be able to like would that then allow them to teleport Lou somewhere without
I have an idea, and I'm saying this out of character. Why don't you check Fred's body for a sigil?
Oh.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, I believe
Scooby's
he's
not gonna respond.
He's most likely sniffing you out. I can do some. That I might be able to do some sleuthing of my own, and I'm actually going to. Make use of. I'm actually going to make use of one of the spells that Aiden said I could actually apply to my character sheet before we started this session, and I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
What does that do?
Yeah. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. I'm choosing green. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible. So if there's anything or anyone hidden in this area right now, light will shine upon them. All shall be revealed before the fire
Okay.
of the Fae.
Okay. You cast the spell?
Yes, I cast the spell.
Yeah. No one's hiding here. Like, I get some pots and like some like scenery is like highlighted, but like that's just because like the flowers are just glowing because you did the spell.
Are there any remnants or marks that might be about?
No, you like a footstep?
It looks like there are footsteps from the closet all the way to where it looks like Lou was taken, near the table.
Nature of these footprints. Wait,
It
no,
looks like-
I can't have input on this situation. I could get.
Oh,
What are the nature of these footprints?
they look like heels.
And Fred is not wearing heels.
No. I forget if Lucille was, though.
Oh, well, you may have to roll a memory check.
A memory
perception check.
That's not. I was gonna say.
Like it
Roll-
could
roll-
go history, but that's not quite the same as memory, is it?
No,
Roll a
but-
history check
Yeah, history is
you'll-
probably the closest.
to see if you can remember.
It is
remember
the
her.
closest. It is the closest. That's fair. Even though I have a +5
Roll
on
history.
perception and +1 on history, but let's see what goes on. Oh wow, it's a total of 4. Okay.
Oh,
Like you could roll perception and see if you get a better roll.
yeah, but I just don't know how.
I have a
Like I feel like
+5 on
history would be
perception.
closer to
I will
perception.
guaranteed get a better roll.
She's not wearing heels, but you think she's wearing heels because your perception's awful.
Like correction, her history is awful. She hasn't rolled perception yet.
Your history is awful, so you think she has heels.
I knew it. Where is Lucille?
Oh no.
Ooh, what idea do you have?
Lucia walks in. She looks groggy. What was it, Sonny? Is everything alright?
No, everything is
Is my
most certainly not all right.
Wait,
Said that-
she's not wearing heels. She's wearing sandals.
Yeah, no, I do immediately notice that, so I'll be like, okay, fair enough.
Sandals.
Yeah.
She's wearing the chancla.
Well, hold on. I want to push back on that a little bit. You are convinced at the moment that she had heels, right? So, presumably, between either the adrenaline rush or anger, whichever one you're feeling, probably adrenaline based on how you're acting, wouldn't it make more sense to not, like,
Simmer
check?
down.
Like,
Yeah.
wouldn't you be, like, confident enough? Like, I feel like you should do a roll to see if you notice after she walks in.
If I
Yes.
if I notice that what's right in front of me and her shoes are different.
Yeah,
is that what you're
Her,
suggesting?
no,
Yes.
no, I'm pretty sure she would immediately notice her shoes.
Yeah.
I mean,
if-
she
if-
may
if-
yell
if-
at
if
her.
any-
If
If
she- I
anything,
don't know,
I'm-
if
if
she's-
anything, I'm now remembering that Lou was hobbling like a baby deer. So probably unused to the footwear that he was that he was that he had.
Listen, why did you call for me? Because I have to go do paperwork and my taxes. Definitely not taking a nap. That's definitely not what I'm doing. Bye.
No, you don't know. You stay right here. No one else is moving. The last time that one of us got separated, do you not notice that one of us is missing? This is
Why
preci-
would anyone want me? I'm past my prime.
I don't care. This is precisely what what our plan was about in the first place. We were supposed
You had a
to
plan?
be
I
here.
thought you were just giving me a cortisone.
We were supposed to be here when Lou was taken. And because of because you two can't stay in the same room as each other, now he's missing.
Okay. What do you want me to do about that? I'm losing money because of this.
Jesus.
What do you want
What do
me
you want me to do
do
about that is crazy.
I don't have any power in this situation. What do I look like I can do?
You're losing money, and yet you seem awfully keen to wash your hands of the whole situation and leave us to our fate.
Look, I saved up enough money for retirement. I'm just trying to make some money so I can live a super cushy life. God.
Very strange how in this economy you are able to save up enough money for retirement when everyone else around here seems to be suffering. Possibly yourself included, given that 8 out of your 9 employees has vanished under your pitiful supervision.
I have had hundreds of courtesans here, okay? And I
Dude,
get...
I thought you were to say I've had hundreds go missing, not like 8.
Well, I mean,
No,
where are they now?
I have...
How dare you? I've had hundreds of them vanish.
Aiden,
I've had hundreds of courtesans. Listen, okay?
I'll be right back.
I have been doing this since I was a spring chicken. So I know how to save my monies. I do not appreciate the accusations of stealing my girls. I'd be milking them till I can't milk them anymore if I could.
I look over to see how Fred reacts to that that speech just now.
I mean, she's right. I don't make much money, but I need to take as much money as I can from this economy.
And
Fred looks around shy-ish.
And you're comfortable being used by somebody who clearly only sees you for your monetary potential.
Where am I supposed to go? People already know I'm a whore. People say my voice is annoying. I'm a little bit loopy sometimes and I lose my brain. I'm desperate. What do you expect?
Oh my god, it gets even darker. I didn't think she knew that. I thought she was so far gone she was at least unaware.
I thought it was
Oh
like,
my
I thought-
god,
I thought it was
why?
constantly
Why?
But hearing that Orchid does in fact actually lower her quarterstaff for the first time and go back to her regular mode.
She's transforming back to non-angry Orchid.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the darkest D&D sessions I've ever played. This was crazy.
The creator of Rip in the Dark, everyone. That's saying something,
Okay,
I'll tell you.
Okay, I'm back. What happened?
Oh, nothing. Just Fred's deeper emotions about being hated and like kind of being loopy.
Yeah,
at
as
the
it turns out, we
time.
thought that Fred was
She's
completely
poor.
yeah. So whenever we were told about like Fred's mental condition and all that, and how he's kind of using it as an explanation for how she was, it kind of led to like a logical belief that maybe she was so delusional, she was completely out of it. No. She's only mostly out of it. She's aware that she's been fucked and that her sanity is not there. She's conscious of that fact.
All right.
Okay.
Here is what I propose now. There is no point one of us going through that same ordeal again. This is going to end amongst the 4 of us, and whoever is responsible for this, until the time when Lou remembers that he has a teleport sigil of his own and can teleport back whenever he wants.
Yes, I know. I was gonna ask Aiden about that, but I literally used the excuse of Lou being kidnapped to take a piss.
Lou is knocked out cold. It has his sigil covered up, so he's unable to use it. So no easy outs for Lou.
Like, no easy outs. He is a whore now.
He is a horde.
There's no going back.
once you're a whore, there's no going back.
Right. Lucille, I need you to say something. I need you to say, henceforth I shall be known as Bubbles.
Okay. Henceforth I shall be known as Bubbles.
And now we wait.
Okay. Do you want to like play cards or something while we wait?
I don't
Sounds
think.
rather nice.
I don't think we'll have enough time to finish the game.
It really depends. I think. By the way, forgot to mention, how long does fairy fire actually last? I get to look that in a 1 second.
Like the room is just shimmering
With green light, yes.
with green light.
Oh, okay. So duration is concentration up to a minute. Okay, all right. So
It's probably gone by now. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think it's been more than a minute. And you know what?
yeah,
Anyway.
the fairy fire is starting. It's starting to fade. Yeah. All right. I made to cast it again. Scuba, keep your nose on the ready.
Are you able to cast again?
Yes,
Okay.
I can do it once more. We have one shot at this. In fact, is there a way to dim the lights?
Sure.
Oh my god. I have...
She claps her hands and the lights magically turn off. It's seductive lighting that I have magically installed for our clients. They really like it.
This isn't quite as dark as I was hoping. I was hoping for pitch black to draw out whatever is going on here.
Scooby. Jesus, this was not part of this was not part of Scooby's original lore, but this was not part.
Maybe I can turn off lights permanently. Give me a second.
On. No, wait. Hold on. This was not part of Scooby's original lore, but the opening bit has it like it started out as a joke, and then it got used in like a straight face manner, but not very usefully. I think now is the best time. I want Scooby. Fucking. Alright, he's gonna go.
I have an idea.
Go for it.
And
are you calling upon the powers of Satan again?
Yup. And I'm gonna use the power of the devil himself to make it pitch black. If I can, will you allow that?
Sure.
Okay, alright. Now there's pitch black. I'm waiting
All
for this
right.
thing to strike poor Bubbles.
It's silent for a moment, but then all of a sudden, a loud thud and a scream from her.
As soon as I hear that, I cast Fairy Fire immediately.
But as quickly as it came, you saw footsteps running out the door, and you end up seeing what's her name? What's her? Oh,
that's what we're wondering.
And you end up seeing Lucille stabbed in the heart, bleeding out, about to die. As the intruder runs away, looking like she's in a looking like she's in a crap. What? Compare character design. Give me a second. Looking like she's in a black bodysuit with red highlights.
Blake, what's your not Blake? God damn it! Why did I say Blake? Look, God damn it! I'm going through all the random people that I know in my fucking life. Jacob, what's your walking speed?
Oh, I need to find out where that is. I mean, it's probably slower than yours because, you know, I think that makes sense.
Would, but I'm gonna double check.
Oh, 30 feet.
Okay, I got 35. I'm gonna chase after Red Dress.
Okay, you run after her, Scoobert. I'll take care of her. I will kneel down. I'm unable to cast Cure Wounds now because I've used up my 2 spell slots. But I'm going to use whatever I have in my in my inventory to try to save her life. I have alchemist supplies, so you know I can fashion something.
This happened to me. I was so young. Well, I was actually very old. I could have retired, but I needed the money. I needed to be a millionaire before I retired. Do you know what that's like?
I don't even know why I'm bothering, to be perfectly honest. At least now you know what it's like when people use you.
My knife has been stabbed in my heart. What do you mean? I'm confused.
Why do you think I chose you as bait?
Jesus.
It's not humor. You were the good person here, at least.
You did as well.
What?
I think your mic died.
No,
Your mic
my mic did die. I'm fixing it right now.
Yep.
Oh. Horrible Jacob audio, anyways. Or my other girls, if they're somehow alive.
Man, Lucille's really staying a long time being stabbed in the heart.
Yeah, I'm using what I have in my alchemist supplies to at the very least slow the bleeding.
Why did you do this to me? Why couldn't you just let me take my nap? Now I'm taking a forever nap.
This place, this establishment, this entire business ordeal is your responsibility. Like it or not,
Being
you will
stabbed
see it
isn't
through.
my responsibility.
That part was admittedly circumstantial, but that is why I'm here right now. I'm not one to let someone die before their actions truly sink in. You don't.
All jokes on you. They haven't.
Yeah, I was about to say, even in her moments of death, I don't think she regrets a single thing.
As she takes her last breath, she closed her eyes, passing away from the fatal wound.
Darn it. I turn to Fred. I'm sorry that you had to see that. And
I mean, I've seen someone die before. Well, that was my dad. But, you know, he got murdered by my mom in front of me.
You're remarkably casual about this ordeal. And given everything
I've been extremely traumatized. Also, again, not fully here. You know, fun times.
Yes, I can see. As much as I
Sorry if I was bad to you earlier. I shouldn't. I'm sorry. I'm yeah. No, all here.
You certainly were, and you certainly did take things too far. I am also aware of how things have been taken too far when it comes to you.
Sorry, I'll try to not be. I don't know, it's still a bit crazy, but you know.
For better or worse, you are still here. You still have time to rectify and grow from your experiences, and find a better situation for yourself. You still have a chance to not end up like I look down at the corpse on the ground. This.
Yeah, you know. Why? What I find weird is how come she was stabbed? Everyone else has been kidnapped. Why stab her?
In her own words, she wasn't seen as worthy enough. But I guess we will only find out once whoever is responsible is in fact caught. I place my faith now in the hands of Scooby-Doo. Transition time!
Ooh. Scooby is chasing the mysterious woman. She's not wearing a red dress. It's like a red outfit with a red and black outfit. But she's like running. Like Scooby-Doo's chasing her, and she sees the woman run into the door with two locks being quickly locked by her and going to the basement area.
Is there a window?
There's not a window to that basement area, no.
I didn't say the basement area, just in general. In the building.
Not ones that aren't boarded up, or how run down this place is.
So it's run down.
Yes, it's pretty run down.
Cool. Maybe it's weak enough then. Hubert's gonna try to smash through.
Okay, fine. Do a strength test. You have to get 13 or higher for you to actually
Damn it, I got
successfully
11.
smash it.
Oh.
You ran into it, fall on the floor, hitting your head, taking 2 damage.
He does. He
Damn
has a
it.
thing. He has a thing where his cartoon body like compresses towards the door and then like vibrates backwards. Just a.
Now, Scooby, you have 2 things you can do. A, you can try to ram the wood again to get in. B, you could go through the front door that's open.
Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going through the front door. I didn't realize it was open.
Scooby pick something stupid.
No, this is Scooby wants to. No, Scooby wants to get this person.
This is the most like committed and serious version of Scooby-Doo that has ever existed.
Okay, so you run to the front door and you see the door with the 2 locks, which are now unlocked because the person didn't have time to lock them up again, are now unlocked, and you can go to the basement.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. In the basement, you find a bunch of the cat girls on the floor, unconscious, as well as Lou, who's still groggy.
Okay. Besides Lou, are they unconscious or dead?
Unconscious! If they were dead, I would have said they're dead.
What'd you have?
Yes, for this campaign, he absolutely would have.
And then you see the woman you were chasing in the red outfit. Well. What do we have here? You meddling kids want to mess with my operation?
Like Lou is groggy, right? Does he have the ability to get up from the floor?
Yeah, he has the ability to get up. His hands are currently bound, though, so Scooby's gonna have to undo his hands for him to get free, though.
So Lou is laying on the floor. He's come to in the basement, and he just looks at Scooby, looking at a lady in a suit. He's kind of out. He's kind of out of it. He doesn't know what's going on.
Now listen up, Scooby. I heard your name. You have been annoying. You've been trying to find me this whole time. But I did get to finally deal with the annoying brothel owner. I can't believe I let her live for this long.
Yeah? Well, I mean, okay, sure, yeah. What do you want with me, though?
Well,
You killed everyone. You did what you
They're
wanted.
not dead. They're just unconscious. I mean, I could have killed them. But I mean, I can always use their body parts to make myself more beautiful, of course.
Lou just kind of looks over like, what?
Do you know what it's like growing up to see your mom be the queen of the brothel, just to try to follow in her footsteps, just to be denied the moment you turn 36? They said I was too old, so I wasn't allowed to work. They said my tits were too saggy. They're not saggy, they simmer. That's why I did this. I'm going to ruin that stupid brothel, and you can't stop me.
You know, it's interesting, because, right, I don't completely understand, but I do to a certain degree. May I explain?
What? Sure.
We are in a murder basement. Do you really want to do this right now?
I guess we're going to explain, I guess, you weirdo.
Sure.
I will
Thank
tell
you.
my evil plan. Scoop up the Great Dane.
No,
So-
here's the thing, I've already said my evil plan.
So,
I've already said it. You still want to keep talking.
So
That's
here's the
great.
thing. You know, a good while ago, I don't remember how long anymore, but you know, I can't say that my mother was a queen or anything, but you know, everyone always looked up to my best friend. And you know what? There was a smart lady, hot chick, fucking like, oh man, actually now I think about it, we were mostly just hotties, except for my friend. And we would go around solving mysteries and all kinds of wacky hijinks. And you know, one day
Yes.
something happened and it was just all gone. I
Okay.
was in so much rage and hate, but I knew that after a ghost pepper sandwich in remembrance of my bestest of friends, that I could do something with myself. And as you
There's so
know,
much
I've
murder.
been hunting you down, right? You do know this. You said this, right?
Yes.
See, I've joined an adventuring group, a group that does mysteries. Again,
Uh-huh. And
see, when you're 30, do you know the difference between you and I?
what?
One of us is gonna keep getting older.
And he uses a javelin.
Okay, I guess. Okay, then I'm gonna roll for dexterity on her or whatever.
Yeah, you know,
Or is it dexter-
he's going in for a kill.
Okay, then Scooby roll strength.
Roll sick. What do I roll? Acrobatics.
Yep, and you roll acrobatics to get out of the way.
I got well,
What'd you
7.
get?
I got 7. What'd you get?
I got a 15.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, really?
Um,
Really? Okay, fine. I guess we're gonna. Okay, go to your battle sheet.
Yeah,
We're we're
it's
ignoring.
initiative time, I think.
Yeah, we're ignoring Lou and Orchid. Okay, it's right now. It's just Scooby and
we're
me.
finally
and-
using the grid. The grid
My
must
arms and-
flow. Where is it?
Okay, what do we roll?
Here it
Crap,
is.
we gotta roll.
The initiative button.
Initiative.
I got a
It's
6.
I got it too.
Still won. I still won. How did I win that? That's so stupid. Okay. Inventory. I'm pretty sure I have a bow. How the fuck do I use a bow?
You
You point at
equip
it.
it
Shoot.
in D&D. You equip in D&D Beyond. Make sure the thing next to the bow is marked. The box has a red
Okay.
square in it,
Yeah.
and you click on the longbow, and it should tell you how to use it. You roll a 1d8 plus 2 for piercing damage.
Roll
But of
roll
course-
1d8.
That's
Oh.
damage. You roll a 1d20.
Okay, 1d20 has been a roll. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Oh no.
That exceeds Scuba's armor class, I'm assuming.
My armor class is 16, so
It definitely does, yeah. So
If
d8?
it exceeds Scooby's armor class, then you do roll damage.
1d8 coming up. Plus what? What else would I roll? Like a 1d2?
Plus 2. Yes, 1d8 plus 2.
6 plus 2 is 8. 8 damage.
Yeah, reminded that we're all level 1.
You take 8 damage, Scooby.
Like, Lou looks over at Scooby and is like, Scoobit, get me out of this and I might be able to help you.
You gotta unbound. That will take, I'm gonna say that takes movement. That takes, no wait, that takes an action turn to unbound Lou.
Hold on.
I'm kind of busy right now.
It takes a turn to unbound Lou. To get them in the game. Also, next
Are you
turn,
sure?
Orchid could join in.
Are you sure?
what?
Because this would be interacting with. Are you sure? Because this would be interacting with an object.
Are you objectifying Lou?
Oh my
Well,
No,
I
I'm
mean,
objectifying the
object
thing
is
that's
the-
dying.
Yes.
Would that take up a turn then?
Nope, that would be in the other, so I should be able to use that and
Okay.
attack.
You could
right?
free Lou. You could free Lou, and then you could, and Lou joins the thing, but Lou can't attack this turn. Let's say.
Yeah, of course. Alright, Ghosty, I guess roll initiative. Alright, I'm gonna go free Lou. And then I'm going to go in with the javelin for piercing damage. That's gonna be 4.
by the way, I got a 22 in initiative.
Okay, that means you're
Oh.
actually gonna be the one attacking next.
Okay. So, Lou, despite his skimpy outfit, has hid his scimitar in his clothing, and he just whips that thing out immediately.
Okay.
You did account for the 4 damage, right, Aiden?
Well, wait, did it hit me? You had to roll. I think you had to roll like what for attack, or did you? I mean, armor class is 13. How much what? What you have to roll? Did you roll 1d20?
No, I didn't. Okay.
You have to roll the 1d20, and then if you get a good enough thing deemed by me, I would say something above
No, actually,
12?
Aiden, it's
Or...
any number above the player's armor class.
Oh, that's how this works. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at combat. This is I'm learning. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's
Fuck
fine.
me, it's a 4.
Oh, I got a 13 armor class.
Yeah.
Okay,
fine.
dodge the spear. I don't think you can aim well. But now
I'm
it's Lou's
old.
turn.
Scoobit can't aim, so perhaps I should take a more direct approach.
We're gonna
Lou,
make
now
out?
free of his bounds, rolls out of his position and tries not to bump into any of the lovely cat ladies on the floor, and
Oh, yeah,
unveils
no.
his scimitar that has been hidden in his clothing.
Where did you hide that?
I shoved it up the back of my shirt.
I grabbed your body. I feel like I should have felt that.
Yes, you should have felt it, but note that Lou is wearing rather thick clothing, except around the leg area.
And those stockings, though. They're pretty nice. I used to wear something like that back in the day.
Fishnets. And Lou is immediately uncomfortable. I'm going to
She's like-
roll.
Disadvantaged by embarrassment.
Oh my god.
Since I am proficient in melee damage, it has a reach of 5 feet, which means I'm going to have to. Like, how far away am I from the.
Oh, you were like, oh god, wait, you were like here. You were here. No, wait, no, you were here. No, you were here. This could be it, but you next to the villain. You're here.
Okay. I can see Jacob just trying to move the avatars in time with combat.
Where are we going?
It's too fast paced. This is action packed.
For D&D combat, this is uncharacteristically quick.
So Blue is going to try to get within 5 feet.
Oh no,
and
blue,
then
blue is walls. Blue is walls slash a little stuff in the way, so you can't walk over it, like tables and stuff, like chains. Or no wait,
Like-
no, the blue is cat girls. The blue is the
I was
cat
gonna
girls.
say, how furnished is this basement?
Blue is the cat girls. I mean, you may not want stuff on the cat girls.
There are
all I'm
more.
saying.
There's more blue here than there were cat girls that were kidnapped. What are you talking about?
Hey,
Like I
well,
assume through mental imaging that there's also, crates and shackles.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that too, and some unconscious cat girls that you don't want to step on for obvious reasons.
Are there fucking snakes in here or some shit?
I mean,
That's
This
how they
is
keep
an
the-
Indiana Jones basement.
No, that's how they keep the cat girls there. They just put cucumbers everywhere.
Oh my god.
Like it or not, Aiden, I do have a clear path in front of me that doesn't
Okay, do
have
it.
any cat girls. So
Do
I'm
it.
going to get
Do it.
within feet of the
You're
main
gonna move
enemy.
5 feet forward, I guess?
What is 5 feet to you? Is my question.
Cubes, 5 cubes.
Each square is 1 foot. I told him this before.
Okay.
Player's handbook says, grid should be 1 foot squares,
be-
apparently.
God, I keep misclicking.
Yeah, that's one of those very funny things you'll see in like a lot of skits that like critique the.
There
the
you go.
logic of
This is
D&D
where you
or
are
something.
at.
Okay.
Is it you went 5 feet? Is this good?
That's the
I
correct
don't know.
number.
I
will confirm it is the correct number.
It is the correct
rules,
number.
the rules, I guess.
Am I close enough to jab this lady with the scimitar?
Yeah.
Yes, I will be doing that.
No.
As you run up and do this job, I like to imagine that the looters went. They're called fishnets. And that was just his response. I don't know.
What'd you get?
I didn't get anything yet because I'm
Oh.
I'm girl failing so hard.
Same.
You want me to roll for you?
I
13.
had a semi
you got a 10?
cool like monologue ended with like a one-liner to attack and miss twice.
No, wait. To use the scimitar, I need to roll
And now
strength
I'm
first. So I'm going to roll strength, which is 19 plus 2,
Honestly,
21.
Phoebe, I thought you were gonna end up by saying I'm spick and spandy again.
Does 21 hit, Aiden?
Well, my armor class is 13, so I would hope it would.
The scimitar is 1d6 plus 2. 1d6. 3. 5.
Oh no.
Okay, I have 6 health, so can you hurt me? I don't know. Now, okay, if I was a mean DM, I would target Scooby. Not mean.
What? Past the cat girls and columns that you said are in the way.
I have an arrow, man. Well, it's cat girls, not columns. Cat girls, okay. And I have a ranged weapon, but you know what? Okay, I'm gonna take my longbow to Lou's face.
My beautiful face.
You gotta use a ranged
Yeah.
weapon for close proximity combat.
Okay,
this
I
is
got a nat 1.
Not surprising.
well, the
given
thing
what
is,
you
this-
did.
Yeah, I mean,
I
this is
get-
greatly impractical, but not technically speaking against the rules or anything.
Like, I'd hate to say, but Lou's armor class is 14.
Oh, you mean it's not a 1?
I think I hit, so.
You do not hit at all.
I think I
Like,
hit for sure.
Like, you fire, and then, like, for Lou's face, and then it just kind of bounces off his face.
Well,
Did you
this is
just
an unfortunate turn of events.
bring a gun to a knife fight?
What's a gun?
Did you just bring a crossbow to a long scimitar fight?
What's a crossbow?
I think it was the
I have a
longbow.
longbow.
Yeah.
Longbow.
Okay.
Did you
This
just bring a
conversation actually-
longbow to a sword fight?
This conversation actually happens. They're just arguing weapon semantics.
It's okay. While they're doing that, Scooby just came up with a brilliant idea that doesn't take up a turn.
Well, it's your turn anyway, so you could do something.
Oh. Alright,
It's
well.
your turn anyways.
Alright, let me roll that D20.
You just gotta do more than 6 damage and you kill me.
Damn it, I got 11.
Well, you miss again.
Yep. Come on.
I
come at me.
have a. I can't come at you. You just miss.
I bet it bounces off of her armor since it's below her armor class. Scooby cannot hit her.
Yeah.
You know,
Shame.
Scooby. I think Scooby, for someone who likes to threaten me a lot, you are really bad at this.
This is such a humiliating way to die.
Correct, we will not die if we do this correctly. Anyway, get ready to meet God.
Which god?
Whichever one you believe in.
I believe myself, so.
The big skeleton
You are
giraffe
your
in the
own.
sky.
God. I'm not going to think about that.
You made it.
So, like, she didn't move during her turn. Yes. She's
Yes,
still
it didn't
standing in
move.
the same spot.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
chilling
I mean,
here.
there was.
Then I am.
You gonna try something new? You're
Yes, I
gonna
am
fail
going.
again. Huh?
I'm going to scimitar again. 8. I got an 8.
My armor class is 13.
Yes, I know.
Your scimitar bounced off my armor. What is wrong with you guys?
I have not.
Do I need to
fought
kill
in-
myself for you? God. Okay. Let's rectify this. Longbow. Here we go.
Longbow, here we go.
I got a 1 again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it seems my arrows aren't working conveniently. You're
Really?
They don't.
You're
they
lucky.
can't get enough distance.
It's kind of just poking him.
I will give you a paper cut to death. Don't test me.
Are your arrows
Yeah,
made of
that
paper?
was in grass.
Ugh. Ruby, what are you gonna do? Nothing you can do against me, of course.
Oh, God. I got a
What'd you get?
15.
Yeah, that hits. I was gonna be like, please don't tell me you got
Thank-
under a 13 again. I was supposed to be
thank
really disappointed.
Fuck.
Just would be like, really?
Okay. This. I got a 3.
Well, you do 3 damage to me. Does it do piercing damage too, or no?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh, I see.
So-
Oh, right. Is hit and oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, in that case, it would be piercing plus hit, right?
Well, you gotta roll 1d8 for the damage.
I'm going to show you something special. If you go to your inventory, if you go to actions in D&D Beyond, you can actually see the hit dice and the damage.
Oh, I know. That's what I clicked damage. Is that not?
You gotta roll a hit dice and see if it hits.
Okay.
So roll a hit
That's
die.
a 20.
That's a 20.
That's a 20.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes. Definitely.
Good. Then
Okay.
roll damage, Scoobit. Do
6.
6 damage.
Yep.
What do you do for your attack, though?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? Respond, please.
What?
I thought just
What are you gonna do, huh?
For effect.
I may have really shit aim, but you know what? I'm only aiming with my mouth. And I'm a fucking Great Dane, bitch. I'm a giant, and I'm just gonna swing my head, and I'm gonna throw my my javelin straight in this bastard's heart.
I just wanted revenge. She died.
I won
Yay!
at 1 HP.
Good. I feel like
could
the
have
god
killed
you are,
you.
Scoobit.
I
Do.
could have killed you. You're so
Aiden
lucky.
getting those goddamn ones was a fucking miracle.
Is Scooby's
done, you
armor
two.
class
Well
not
done.
very high?
My armor class, whenever it originally happened, so I hadn't applied my shield. It was at 16 and they went past. By the time I hit 1, I realized this doesn't take up a turn. I really should. I forgot I had it, and so I was like, if I do this, and so it bumped up to 18, which isn't much. But no, Aiden just got lucky.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not that my armor class is low, which is that Aiden's
I
roll
feel
was
kind of
high.
sad the Orca didn't get to roll with the combat scene.
Oh well, you know she got her moment of closure when Lucille died, and somewhat.
Oh yeah, I mean, Orchard may
with
not have
Fresh.
had
Oh,
Orchard may
Orchid.
not have had like an epic like final stand where like she throws a javelin and like one shots like the fucking like hate crime or whatever. But like
She had the emotional climax.
yeah, I was about to say, but fucking like Orchid just got branded like a murderer.
Dang.
Good.
Yeah,
War
like six.
crimes. We need more of those.
Like there's no way to really say that what Orchid did was like a directly heroic thing to do. The point of it was to see if the character would feel remorse, and she didn't. It was just killing her.
The death was not expected. She was anticipating that she would get kidnapped as well, and she'd be able to follow a fresh trail. That was the plan.
That was the plan.
I mean,
I find
sure, but
okay, but you know what? By the way, you know what I find hilarious about this? You guys didn't go to the locations I set up, and to the locations where each of the keys were.
Oh,
So I kind of made it up like, oh yeah.
Who needs the keys when you can force your way through the door?
Like,
I was like, okay, I guess we're not doing this, and she just left the door open. Oh well.
I mean, she would have had to have used the keys herself to get in, so I suppose they wouldn't be in those locations anyway.
Like, Lou looks to Scooby, and now that they have officially saved the cat whores, Lou looks to Scooby and gives him a thumbs up.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
The circle.
And then he starts trying to awaken the other cat girls so that everyone can make some sort of escape from this a dingy basement that they've probably been in for months.
It's just been 2 months. No
Has
big
she
deal.
been feeding them?
Barely.
Yeah, I can't imagine
Oh.
they've been well taken care of.
Yeah, they would have probably
Barely.
helped. They would have helped you if they had any strength to do so.
Clearly, she's been keeping them
Oh
alive.
my
though.
god, Scooby-Doo gets helped out at like 1 HP by an army of cat girl prostitutes.
Okay, no, that is exactly what I would have done if Orchid were here. I would have like mobilized the cat girls to attack all at once.
Oh
They have a
god.
combined initiative turn, matching my own.
That's so weird. Anyway, story wrap up. In the cat alley, we see Fred and our crew together.
Oh, yeah.
Lou is still in his entertainment clothing. And he just looks to them and says, I'm going to go change.
Thanks for helping out. I'm so glad to have my sister's back. Although, with the boss kind of dead, we may just raid her life savings and just split it amongst ourselves because
Like an
we're kind of out of a job.
Like an 1800s wife.
We're kind of out of job now, so that's great.
Again, you are
Actually-
free. However, if I might offer a suggestion, this town has been you know those funds that you're going to raid now have been acquired somewhat at the expense of every business and and life in this very town itself. If it would be of immense help to everyone if some of those funds, even just a fraction, quite honestly, were to go to the effort of helping restore this place to what it presumably once was, or at least a good place for people to live in.
Oh, I'll totally donate like a majority of my funds. Although I need to save some for a travel fee to go somewhere. But I'll totally do that. Although I can't speak for the other cat girls. Let's be honest, they kind of need them. They've been in the basement for months.
Fred,
Actually,
I
let's
say this
speak
with all
of-
sincerity. That is the first smart thing I've ever heard you say. Well done.
No, I am a player looking for jobs. Any places you recommend, potentially?
I'm relatively new to this location. The only places that I really know as far as occupations go are my Druidic Forest and the Mystery Guild.
There is also the bar that has been sitting abandoned for a while.
That is true. But also, I'm pretty sure the owner got killed in the basement. So,
Dare I say, once there's a flowing economy in this place again, the job market may well just open up to you. So don't feel like you need to commit to something right away. Wait until at least some form of normality is restored to this place.
maybe I'll check out that mystery guild you talk about. Maybe I can
Or
get
check
a
out the
job
Mystery Guild.
there.
Yes, that's also an option.
I have a question.
Why?
Out of this entire place, does there happen to be a like a clear glass trophy box or anything somewhere?
No?
I'm saying this out of character.
No? Why?
Damn.
Gonna steal a trophy?
No, I don't. I know just the box, like just a glass box, or even a plastic box will do.
Oh, by the way, if you ever need to distract any cat, give them some of this.
She hands Blue and Orchid a handful of catnip each in a bag.
This would have been
It's a
of invaluable help earlier.
Yeah, they sell a lot of this at the store, but I guess you guys didn't go shopping while you're here.
Was there would there have been anything to hold stuff in like the house that we were just at, or
No.
Damn it.
What are you trying to do?
I wanted to keep the.
If you need a receptacle, use my hat.
Who walks in the brothel, breathes in the air, and then changes back into his regular clothing.
Yeah. What I was
It's like
trying to do was
Tasmanian
I
devil speed, like clothes are flying everywhere as a tornado's happening, and he emerges in his proper form.
What I was trying to do was because we kind of just like cut in between scenes, so I wanted to see if maybe in between Scoobert decided to trophy the heart.
What? No, there isn't a container or a devil
On
container.
second thought, Scoobert, please do not use my hat for this purpose. I retract my offer. My clothes are stained enough today. I need to wash this.
No, it was gonna be a nice little trophy right there in the inn that he was gonna put down. It was gonna be great.
Right. Well, I'll go probably check out your town sometime. Hey, maybe I'll move there. Well, because this place is kind of the worst.
It's called
Yes, it
Territon
is the
Central,
worst.
by the way. just so you know.
Ooh.
It sounds ritzy, but it's really not. We have a library.
Better than Hillbillyville.
Although to be honest, the locals, even though their businesses are indeed functional, they themselves are not. So beware. You're trading off one problem for another.
Well, if you guys ever want to help me, be less crazy, please help me.
I don't know if that's. Oh.
As a druid, I definitely would like to find some sort of antidote for you, in some way. And given the connection
The only benefit is I age slightly slower by like a day or two.
Given the connection to the research of Tara Williams, perhaps returning home and somehow and one day coming back here might be good. I also promise to help with your crops at some point, although potentially with this new monetary advancement for the town, that may no longer be necessary. I mean, of course,
Well, it was good.
Of course, it's weird. I look at back. I point to the back of my hand. We can come back whenever we want. So, who is to say?
Yeah. It was good seeing you guys. Bye. He walks off.
Good luck with your endeavors, Miss Fred.
Yes, best of luck.
I am never getting into femboy clothing ever again.
I thought you looked cute.
As did I, for what it is worth. And once again, thank you for taking the fall instead of me. I do appreciate that.
Well, you are my friend. It is a thing. I wanted to save your dignity. God knows what Fred would have put you in.
Yes.
By the way,
you know what? I agree because I again still covered in chocolate. Dignity completely restored. It's always nice. It's always nice when I look towards the cat girls, like as they're walking off alongside Fred, just kind of like laughing, enjoying the fresh air. You're having a good time for the first time in a long time. It's nice to see a group of friends supporting each other, and to be part of one yourself.
Speaking of, Aiden, this might sound very off-key, but now that the brothel is uninhabited, can we raid it?
Oh my god.
I think they're going to raid it first.
Listen, I just want to get a new dress for Orchid, since hers is,
You know what? Yes, you could raid it for the dress.
I'm going to... What do I roll for this? Stealth, sleight of hand, religion, performance, perception... Sleight of hand?
Investigation. I say investigation. We gotta find the dress.
Like, I'm going to roll an investigation. 19.
I'm gonna
And
be honest, if you got a 1 for investigation, I would be like, you find some baby clothes!
I'm also going to roll sleight of hand to nick the clothing, and I got a 12 plus 2, which is a 14.
Hey.
And Lou is
You
just
get-
going to slowly slide this dress into his bag to
You
present to
subtly,
Orchid
you
later.
subtly steal a beautiful dress for Orchid.
Lou goes out into the alleyway to rejoin his friends and just says, "Yes, we may all return home now. But for you, Orchid, I have nicked something. It is not in my nature to steal, but seeing as the brothel is uninhabited, for right now."
I guess
And
you can't,
Lou just takes out the beautiful dress and presents it to Orchid.
I guess you can't steal things if they don't belong to anyone. She notices like a slight tear like was up there. She actually like collects it, hugs it, took that almost hugs it towards herself, realizes that she feels like she'll get chocolate over it. So she just holds it up. I would hug you right now, but I don't want to get chocolate over you. Thank you so much.
No, it's fine. I would enjoy being covered in chocolate right now.
Very well, hugs all round. I give Lou a hug.
Like Lou hugs back and just pats her on the back in that sort of bro hug kind of way.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Orchid is like full
You
squeeze, is not consistent.
little squeeze.
Would we get home?
Yes, we should.
Would we get home, guys?
We can get home now, Scoop-It-Doo. After a job well done. And
Yes. And when we
Lou
get there,
just kind of
I'm taking a long nap.
what?
He's taking a long nap.
I agree with you, Scoop-It. But I have my own mystery to see to.
I've used all of my spells. A long rest would do me well as well.
Well.
So Lou just kind of flops on the ground to teleport himself. He doesn't bother like touching the room with his hands.
Orchid once again, Omnitrix style, slams her hand onto her other hand and teleports away as well.
Now Lou is dirty and covered in chocolate.
Well, according to Fred, he got dirty a long time ago. And that's where it. Tune in next time. Scooby-Doo! And then he winks, and we do the little Looney Tunes circling.
And then, and dun, dun, dun. And that was episode 2, Case of the Missing Cat Girls. I hope you all enjoyed how weird and chaotic it is. Also surprisingly dark. Surprisingly. I got really dark with this for no reason.
What do you mean surprisingly, Aiden? We're the surprise ones.
I assume Aiden never. I guess he just wrote the shit and he never stopped to process like the subtext to any of it.
Think about the implications.
I added so much dark stuff that wasn't there. Like the famine wasn't there originally.
Yeah, I don't think you knew how bad the town was at first.
It wasn't there.
It's truly the worst, like, rundown place you've ever conceived in anything.
Won't be as scary.
So did you base the Catgirl brothel off the Verdigris house?
I actually had the idea of Catgirl brothel a long time ago. I just took some extra Verdigris house influence when making it nowadays.
And some other influence from some other locations that are Catgirl related, some other, sources.
Ah, yes, we have a new version of Fred from the multiverse.
Yay.
Fred in the multiverse of madness.
For those on
Oh,
the
no.
for those on the Butter Bunch that don't know, Fred is a character that I have played a number of times in D&D stuff on my main channel rather than on here. She's not normally like this in any way.
She just got assassinated.
Oh,
Yep.
don't worry, she'll be fixed. She'll be fixed later. We'll fix her.
Yeah, once
Will she, though?
once Orchid gets that antidote ready, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I tried to backpedal mid session with her character. I tried to backpedal.
Yeah, like clearly there were some implications of Fred's actions that you didn't think about until Scooby's immediate response that were kind of really hard to try and yeah. That was some death pills level of trying to rectify a situation.
I could backpedal.
I mean it's sort of worked. It sort of worked.
She's just a bit crazy because of the juice. And she knows she's crazy, which makes it kind of sad.
Yep,
God.
absolutely. Again, implications all around.
I just tried to turn Lou into a cross-dresser, but I just turned him into a femboy instead.
You were like, listen, okay, that was all your idea. I was thinking that idea mid-session, by the way. That popped in my head mid-session. I'm like, oh, they're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna prompt them to do that. And you guys did it anyways, and I loved it.
Yeah, no, I actually thought, okay, an undercover mission, like one of us was bait would make sense, and Orchid would be like the ideal candidate, especially again considering the whole thing with like with her outfit.
You got an old woman killed. Yes, she was a nice person, but dang.
Okay, first of all, none of the others ever got stabbed. So that was not Orchid's expectation whatsoever, and she did everything in her power to actually, to keep her alive. She did not want her to die.
Hey, did she though? If I recall the quote,
I don't know. Her reaction was a tad.
If I recall the phrase, no, I just want you to hurt long enough for you to recognize the true cost of your actions. Which did not
5
happen.
seconds. Yeah, it did not happen. She wanted it to happen, and it didn't because she died. You see how that works.
I don't know. That seems pretty psychopathic, though. Oh, I just want you to realize the consequences of your actions. Like, okay, I'm dying.
I don't know. It kind of sounded a little bit avoidable.
That's psychotic.
I've heard both of you talk about the willingness for certain unlikable figures as to die, and the lengths that you would go to to achieve such things. So
Well, absolutely.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. It's not like you're breaking
like spiteful and
like you're not breaking any new ground relative to the wider Butter Bunch. You're just breaking new ground in relation to the characters you have generally played.
Like us doing that's one thing, but your character is dang okay.
Yeah, again, her plan was for her to was for her to, well, first of all, again, be live bait, not to die, and secondly, to actually live with the consequence of her actions, because dying is a cheap way out of doing that
Oh no! Here's the thing. She couldn't have known that the Orchid couldn't have known that she was gonna get murdered, because the only reason she got murdered is because a personal grudge was involved.
Yeah, see, exactly. So that there was no part of her that was intending for it to end up the way that it did.
Yeah, but like she wasn't sad about it when it happened.
Was anyone?
She wasn't exactly sad.
No, but like again, like us being monsters is not necessarily what us being bad does not mean that you aren't because you're associated. Like, it can just be a party of little gremlins.
Well, have it. I think in Book with No Name, both of you said, it's nice in D&D to play characters that are different to yourself sometimes.
It's true.
But
you
God,
go.
you guys
All
kept
I-
getting
all I'll
off the
say-
beat with the mystery, by the
All I'll
way. You
say
guys
is
kept getting off
if
the
6-year-old
beat and
Orchid had been
getting
involved in
ready.
this, that would not have happened. 6-year-old Orchid would never have been that cruel. Just
We
saying.
wouldn't have been to a brothel, hopefully. Please. Oh, no, why would you bring... What's a brothel? Oh, a brothel's where people go to be nice to each other. Can
And
I
have-
do that?
The primary setting could have been the primary setting could have been a dance club, and nothing of major significance would have changed.
I mean, you guys could have had sex with Fred.
But,
You could
okay,
have.
that would have changed, but again,
I mean, you could have. I wasn't trying to get off the table.
I mean, I guess I wasn't a huge. I'm not a big fan of objectifying the sex workers.
Scooby is. apparently.
That's her job. That's her job, though. She does the sex.
Yeah,
You
but that
could-
doesn't mean she enjoys objectification.
Okay, but I'm sure she would have been fine if it. Did you see her attitude?
And
don't
also,
think-
Scooby does not objectify sex workers.
It just loves
That was
them.
established like a bunch of times.
But God, you guys kept getting off the beaten path several times. I'm like, okay, I guess we're rolling with this. Yes, this has something to do with B names. Definitely, it wasn't a dumb joke I included. No. It has relevance.
Here's the thing: we knew. Look, okay, honestly, Aiden, we knew it was a dumb joke the whole time. But we're gonna if it gets something like that, we're gonna embrace it.
I was like, yes, this totally is relevant? Question mark.
I mean, for crying out loud,
Guys.
rule of threes of the Powerpuff Girls that it had to happen.
All I'm saying.
There's a.
Also,
I included
also
it,
headcanon, Lucille's grave reads bubbles.
Like, God.
God.
I accounted for so much shit.
But we accounted for all of the clues.
Well, at least the
Club
ones,
owned
all of
Britney's
the-
ear.
yeah, all the clues are the places that we visited, at the very least.
You didn't go to two of the places. The shop and the bathhouse had like two characters that would have held relevance, and I hate that you didn't see those.
No, yeah, I know that.
Like, I hate-
we count for all the clues of the places that we visited. I was very specific with that.
Like, I was trying to follow. I was trying to follow the mystery as close as possible, but let's face it,
Cora
you
literally
don't exactly make it easy to know where to go next.
But Cora said, "Oh, I talked to the shopkeeper and Dan in the bathhouse."
Yeah, she also said a bunch of other things, like, you're the DM,
Yeah,
not
if
a
his
player.
last name hadn't been James, Orchid would have followed up with that HW. But yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
thought-
really, I was trying to pay attention to the acronym, and we never ended up getting it. Which it occurs to me now, we don't even know who did all that.
But
Yeah, we never got
her-
a name.
I never
name
got to say her name.
her name
You
was
know what her name
Hilda
was?
Whittaker.
Harriet. Her name was Harriet.
Oh.
Harriet what though?
Crap. What was the last initial?
W.
Harriet Wills.
I like
Not Williams. Harriet Wills was her name.
Oh, if
Yeah,
you
we,
said
like-
Williams, that would have been made to Tatara, the Fountain of Youth connection again.
By the way, I foreshadowed this character's motivation the whole time. Like, throughout the mystery, like, I had the person running the brothel mention her age.
By the way, guys, we are
That
still
was-
live.
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
This is after session discussion.
Oh, okay.
No, but I had her mention. I had the brothel owner mention her age several times, repeatedly.
I mean that's that's a great foreshadowing motivation. I mean, I did connect. I wasn't there, but obviously, the whole time I was like, yeah, it's a great through line. Obviously, if we hadn't, I mean, in typical Scooby Doo fashion, you kind of learn the villain's motivation at the end. anyway.
I was trying to hint at the age thing, and like I was trying to hint at her main motivation.
Okay, but
Heck,
in order to be like identified, we need to like have found out somebody would have been jaded to do with their age, aside from the people in the brothel itself.
Also, one of the foreshadowing moments I mentioned is I had Lucille directly mention having hundreds of girls to kind of also foreshadow, one of the previous girls.
I mean, okay, but like obviously she had a bunch of girls. It was a business.
Yeah, and also like again that could have been and also she could have said that could have been a red herring, that could have been just just business.
You guys kept falling for red herrings that I weren't even trying to make red herrings.
Well,
I wasn't even trying to make them red herrings.
if they were red herrings, they would have had a dead end, and they didn't. So
Listen, Bubbles is on our heart.
Like, see,
Yes,
here's
we got our
the thing.
hearts there.
We went the wrong path, but got to the right destination.
I'm
yeah,
gonna be honest.
it's like
I
math.
kind of just let you in at the end. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have the door be. I'm like, it's getting late. I'm gonna have the door be unlocked.
I mean that was a win letting moment, and then the dice also kind of dictated the rest of it.
Yeah, you know,
One-shotting her was great.
we didn't one-shot her. She was technically two-shot because Ghosty did some damage to me prior.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
Did what? Something prior?
Ghosty took some damage from Harriet prior.
Yeah.
You mean
So
Ghosty dealt some
so
damage?
BB didn't one-shot. So BB didn't one-shot technically. I don't even think it's possible to one-shot because Harriet had 11 health, by the way. So it was kind of impossible to one-shot her because I think your max damage you could have did was 8.
That depends on a few factors. Like, I mean, if we had a couple modifiers, maybe it's like
Maybe, but we didn't have any extra modifiers besides +2, so we wouldn't really have had. You wouldn't have been able to one-shot her in general, and most people would have took out most of her health.
Either way, it worked out. Although I will agree with you on one thing, it is in fact getting late, so we should definitely wrap this up. What are all of your thoughts? Let us know ways of liking or disliking, and leaving your comments on.
And tune in on the stream, and also tune in maybe in like 2 weeks. I may have to take extra week to play on the next installment, maybe.
for another couple months.
Oh god, I don't want to
just
wait
not
another
7
7
again.
months for the next
Just
session.
not 7
I'm
again.
not waiting 7 months for the next installment. God.
Yeah, absolutely. But either way, whether D&D or not, we will see you all soon enough in another Butter Punch video.
Join the stream tomorrow. Kaka.